Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sand Hills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. It's official. The college basketball season is over. We'll dive into that here in a second. Pretty good game last night in the title game. You don't want to see a blowout to everyone. You want to see a tight game. It was close all the way to the wire. So thank you, college basketball, for that last night. How are you guys this morning? Bill, I was not here yesterday. Bill, are you feeling better today? I heard you had a rough day of illness.
Don't know what happened. Steve let me know that it's going around. Yes,
Okay.
It was a rough day. Got to about 8:15 or so, and that's when Steve Sipple let me know. He said, "You're white.
He's peaked.
You're peaked. Yes, you have no pigmentation in your body."
Is that a word, peaked?
I think so. And so, I got through till about 8:15.
You handled yourself very well.
It was a horrible situation.
Was this an all-day thing, Bill, or not?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was an all-day thing.
And he's here.
And
Like when you were at Utah and you had to coach from the back of an ambulance.
But that was back of the ambulance was at New Mexico State. Utah was the one where I had to go to and slept in the ER for 3 nights in a row. Coming back
Kept
from
coaching.
That
from
sounds
American
delightful,
Samoa.
too. It's just
Because that's what
delightful.
coaches do.
You take it.
You're not allowed to get sick.
No, you took Urban Meyer had just taken over.
Yeah.
So it was like the first, and we're doing mat drills, and I could see spots.
no.
Oh, I can see spots. It was just I was dizzy. And as soon as I got done with work, I'd go directly to the ER.
Oh.
And go directly to the ER, and I'd just sleep there. I'd just stay there. Hey, coach, how you doing? And they just hooked me up with
I'm back.
I'm back.
They just hook you up with fluid.
Fluids, yes. Yeah. And then the best thing
We're not at that stage, though, are we?
we're not at that stage. I have no problem now saying I'd be more like, yeah, I'm not coming in.
See you guys when I see you.
You handled it. You did work. I mean, you worked. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Jake was out when I don't like that. And then swim dropped a bomb on us.
What was that?
What's that? You're gonna be gone for a whole week in May, Jay?
Well,
that's interesting.
that's the first week of May. Yeah, I'll be gone. But,
Early days of May.
yeah, when there's nothing going on in the sports world, I'll be gone for a week.
Yeah.
You have a pen over there. I gave you. There's a pen for all three of you guys.
I have mine.
You got yeah, there it is. You got a pen.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
Well,
Sorry, I'm trying to
You're
get this camera situation.
welcome
messed up
back,
over here.
Jake.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Took a little trip to Santa Fe. It snowed the entire day Saturday.
Yeah.
Snowed. Woke up to 2 inches of snow. It didn't stop snowing the whole day. Now it was like 35 degrees, so it didn't like stick or
snow.
It wasn't a terrible blizzard, but it wasn't ideal conditions in New Mexico on Saturday. Sunday, much better.
I was thankful for Grant because Grant kept me up to speed with photos. Jake did not send anything. Jake did not send any photos.
I got one.
Maybe one, but Grant was the one who kept me up to speed.
You know, when I'm gone, I usually try to be gone.
That's smart. Be in the moment. Be with the family. You have a family now, Jake.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
You have a Honda Accord and you have a family.
Yeah, I do have both of those things. Yes. Bill, did you ever get to Santa Fe in your time in New Mexico? Your 4 years there.
Yes. But it was no recruiting. But yes, I loved
Just
it.
for fun.
Is it a
Just get
hotbed
away.
for talent, football talent?
Santa Fe. Yes. Area you want to hit.
Hotbed for running back.
My first thought was that
Yeah.
good football talent here in Santa Fe.
Yes.
You got a cool plaza district in Santa Fe.
And it's pretty artsy, right?
It's an art town.
Yeah.
Yep, artsy town.
Was Oprah there? Did you see Oprah?
I did not see Oprah. Oprah has a place there.
Yes.
There's a couple of stuff. That's actually the place where Gene Hackman, R.I.P. That's where he passed away. Was
that's
Santa
right.
Fe.
There's a lot of stars there.
I don't know where he lived. I didn't see his former home where he lived at, but I didn't see any tour of homes either of celebs. But I was aware that there was many that live out there.
Hold on, this is a learning opportunity. A lot of stars.
A lot of stars. It's just kind of out of the way, very kind of get away a little bit. Yeah. It's Santa Fe is really cool.
That's
it
why
is.
Jake went there.
I would say this airport probably similar to GI. Like
Whoa.
Lincoln's Airport.
Oh, you flew
Lincoln's
You didn't fly into Albuquerque and drive up?
No.
Okay.
And actually,
This is a whole nother
the
story.
flight was actually cheaper, believe it or not, going into Santa Fe than Albuquerque. We went
Really?
Omaha to Denver to Santa Fe, and the flight times both times were incredible. Like a half hour or 45-minute layover in Denver both times. So boom, boom,
You know
home.
you can thank for
boom,
that?
boom. There. Who's that?
Oprah.
Thank you, Oprah.
Really?
Yeah, the stars.
Seriously.
Yeah, getting an airport. I think that's big. Yep.
Wow.
I'm sure a lot of her flying private. I get that.
This
but-
airport is so small in Santa Fe. I mean, again, Grand Island's airport is probably similar or bigger than Santa Fe's. Lincoln's is at least twice the size of Santa Fe. If you give you some sort of
I love how
vantage
Jake
point
says
here.
it. Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
Santa
It is
Fe.
interesting the way it says Santa Fe.
Yes, yeah.
They have 2 gates.
Santa Fe.
They
Santa
have,
Fe.
They have 2 total gates at Santa Fe. That's it. 2. 2.
Really?
Their bathrooms, they have just 3 individual rooms. There's not like a men's room. It's
Wow.
3 individual restrooms. That's it. So there's a line for that at some point, which
Well,
is
you would
annoying for
think-
people.
Yeah, you would think it would be bigger than that.
You would. But then the baggage claim is like in its own separate like building. Looks like it's I'm trying to think how you describe that.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
It's like
yeah.
if we ran an airport.
Sounds like it. Sounds like we're in charge. Just put
Yeah, you guys
just get an outbuilding over there and we'll put some luggage in
you
it.
guys would
You'll love it.
You would love the baggage claim. It was the tiny building. It was like I don't know. It's like just a regular shipment box. I don't know how
How
you
big is
cargo
Santa Fe?
box.
Hold on. I thought-
60,000 maybe.
Oh, it's that small.
It's not a large town.
I thought 3 figures for
No,
or 6
I don't
figures
believe
for
so. It's the
3
capital
figures.
of New Mexico, of course. We saw the
Okay,
capital.
there's a couple
Didn't go in,
things.
walked by it though.
Idle Chit Chat is sponsored by, and
Newton's Lawn Care.
that's what we're
Did
doing.
you have to have some of the best food ever though? What did you have?
I had
Jake?
a lot of New Mexican cuisine. I
Yes.
did have my favorite food was probably the night
the
before we left was at the Plaza Cafe, really cool 100-plus-year-old restaurant downtown Santa Fe. Had a Hatch green chili hamburger.
Ooh.
It was unbelievable.
How did you? You're
It's a half-pound burger, very tender. The chili was just perfect.
Sounds
So it was
good.
delightful.
I don't know
Sounds good.
why this is and why I've kind of went away from. I love green chilies. I still to this day don't use them enough. But when I was living in New Mexico, that was almost every meal you would have
Yep.
would be, you want green chili? You want green chili?
Green
There was
chili.
green chili packets available at McDonald's.
Green chili.
Green chili.
It really.
yeah,
I
at
should have
McDonald's.
stopped
yes.
in to see if that was legit still.
Yeah,
there.
if that was still there. You could get green chili at McDonald's. I remember everything was just there was green chili and everything, and it was incredible.
Population 89,000.
89,000, about Sioux City size then.
Sioux City. God, that's the size of Sioux
Yeah,
City.
about
Hold on, let's
90,000.
do this.
Was there a
Sioux
casino
City.
there?
There were a couple casinos. I didn't go there to the casinos. There you had to go like to a little bit outside of town to get to the casinos.
Sioux City God, good call. Sioux City's 85.
Boom,
Bam.
same size.
Learning.
Like going to Sioux City.
How big
learning.
is Ruidoso, New
Hold on.
Mexico?
Learning.
We're gonna do all of New Mexico today.
All the different cities.
All this
We'll guess the populations. We'll
I
tell
mean,
you what they
What's
are.
close to Sioux City is what really the game we're playing
Santa
now.
Fe
Yeah,
is close. I mean, this will go down as the day I learned that Sioux City and
Santa
Santa Fe
Fe.
are nearly the same size.
size.
I'll be damned. Okay, hold
Sioux
on.
City has an airport. At
They
least they
do.
used to.
They do. Oh, they still have
an
it. Yep,
airport?
they still have it.
They used to have
Ruidoso.
a racetrack, Atticad.
I got to the
That was
airport.
a racetrack. It was Atticad.
Absolutely. I spent a lot of time
I'm there. You
I
went to Atticad.
Oh,
You
yeah.
worked at Atticad?
Yeah, I worked for a trainer named
Yeah.
Danny Coughlin, who's from South Sioux
so-
City, and went out with his daughter for 2 years.
This when you had the
I
Jeep?
I was going up to Sioux City. I spent a lot of time in Sioux City.
Oh, isn't it
Not
mad?
South Sioux, Sioux City.
It was-
I spent a lot of
It
time.
was magical because back then it was when the drinking age was
The
different.
bridge.
The Magic Bridge. It was 21 in Nebraska, 19 in Sioux City.
Yeah. I mean,
You've
it
been to
wasn't-
Atticad.
Oh God, countless times. Yeah.
What an incredible Atticad.
Incredible.
You guys would like.
It is to me.
I parked the rental car, got through security and everything in 4 minutes total. 4. Dropped off the keys, dropped off the bags, through security at our seat in no more than 5 minutes. That was it.
Good job. Ruidoso, 7,663, small town.
How far? Where's it?
Ruidoso, 7,663.
Yeah. Ruidoso Downs there.
Right.
So what would that compare to? Where's Ruidoso compared to in Nebraska?
I'd say about York size. York's about 8,000.
Okay, so York, check it out.
York's
Steve.
around 8.
You bet.
I'd say Ruidoso is the York size.
Let's do this, you
Okay.
bastards. York
Yeah,
City
yeah,
population.
not York.
I get isn't like 7,642.
Ooh, the population of York, England.
We don't want York. How about York, Nebraska population? Then we'll move on.
No, well, it's hard to move on. Oh,
It's about 8.
York County.
No, not the county, the city.
Oh, total 8,300.
Okay,
Nailed
so
it.
similar to Ruidoso.
It's very similar. Very similar.
Yeah.
Populations.
I enjoyed New Mexico. I will go back. My first time ever there. I didn't feel like it was Bill's, 28 years in the desert, right? You said 1 year or 7 years there,
Dog
Bill,
years.
essentially.
Living in Las Cruces was. It was
Las
that
Cruces
was more
got it.
coaching football in New Mexico State.
Okay.
And we had some
Understood.
success. We had one of their first winning seasons, and we went 7-4. Is incredible.
Las Cruces population. This is fun. 114, so it's bigger
Than Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Santa.
Oprah lives in Santa Fe.
She has a house there. I don't know if she
There's a
resides
lot
there
of people.
full-time.
A lot of people have.
Santa Fe stars. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Stargazing.
Yeah.
Santa Fe celebrities.
Okay.
This is incredible. You're right. Some of these I don't recognize.
Okay, which ones do you?
Val Kilmer.
R.I.P.
Rest in
Passed
peace.
away. Yeah.
He's one of them. Adrian Grainer, you recognize that name?
Nope.
No.
Demi Moore.
Okay.
Demi
Didn't
Moore,
know that
yes.
name.
Yeah.
Imagine just going out for breakfast and you see Demi Moore and Oprah having breakfast together.
I wonder if that happens. Oh, Oprah,
Yeah.
Demi Lovato, hello. Shirley MacLaine, Dennis Hopper,
Dincy Hopper.
the Unser
see him.
family, the Unser's racing
Yeah,
family,
family.
Patrick Swayze, Jim Morrison, now rest in peace.
Yeah.
John Denver, rest in peace. Melissa Etheridge, excellent
Wow.
musician. Randy Travis, Minka Kelly, Al Unser, I mentioned. Bill Gates, hello.
Didn't see
Yeah.
Bill. Did not see Bill.
Holly
Out and
Holm,
about.
Holly Holm, mixed martial art. She knocked out.
Ronda Rousey.
God, Jake, you
Jake
are
knows it.
incredible. By the way,
Thank you.
Yes.
you nailed that. Yeah, Holly Holm knocked out Ronda Rousey during the period where people.
I don't believe I saw any of these celebrities in my short time in Santa Fe.
You didn't.
Didn't see them.
Well, some of them are not living.
No.
Most of them that I named. Actually.
True. No.
Of
No.
course, you're a real estate agent. There's homes available.
Kids in Santa Fe.
There's several homes
I
available.
would have preferred some more living, but that's okay. God, good job.
It was fun, except for the last 15 minutes of the day of the flight were maybe the worst of my entire lifetime. Scott woke up from a nap as the plane was starting to go down and the ears were popping, and there was absolutely nothing on earth that was going to stop her from screaming the entire time. So, when you're before you have kids, you're like, oh, that kid's annoying. We get that kid to shut up back there. That was me. I was the one with the kid that would not calm down. Tried everything. We stood up. We rocked her. We would not calm down. 15 minutes of pure hell.
Oh, it's fine.
To
Most
end
people don't
the
care.
flight. The flight lands still screaming. I said, get me off this plane right now. And somebody's like, nope, I'm gonna stand up and block your way because I'm gonna get out of here before you. I was row 27. And this guy's like, I'm determined to not let anybody pass me in row 20 at all. And that was what happened.
A personal vendetta against you,
I don't
Jake?
know.
You think
He never looked back. He heard a baby behind him screaming in his ear. He says, nope, I'm standing my ground. I'm not moving.
You think it was a Creighton fan?
Probably so.
Probably a Creighton fan.
Why you got when you fly, you got to deal with that. You just got to deal with people problems. So
I was like, everyone's better if this baby is off the flight, but you want to keep her here
doesn't
longer.
freak me out because I just really doubt that. In my mind, I go with the old. I don't think that they want the baby to scream either.
no,
I
and you
just
kind
don't
of
see it.
You
I
think
just
I'm
don't
happy
see
with
it.
this?
Yeah, and they're not happy, and there's nothing you can do.
I think most people kind of get used to it.
Well, it was a constant 15 straight minutes where it got louder and it didn't stop, and it was really, really tough on me. Probably tough on her. She's the one who was in pain. So
I appreciate that.
but thank you for those who didn't, punch me in the face for that situation.
I don't think anybody's going to punch
Thank
you
you.
in the face.
What happened? Jake got punched. What happened?
punched.
Well,
His-
Scotland,
his baby was
baby
out of
Scotland was
control.
crying, so
He
the
was
guy
out of
punched him.
The guy just punched him.
Yeah.
Right hand to the
Yeah.
face.
Did
Took
get
it well.
punched. There we go. Anything else for idle chit
I
chat at
got
all?
nothing. I have a
Bill's
very
better.
interesting line.
Yeah.
Very
No,
That's not true.
Yesterday was.
I
pretty
tried. I did try to reach out.
I
to-
was on a
to-
heavy deadline.
Yeah, I was trying to give Steve a little update, and
I'm
all I
sorry.
got was just a very anxious and angry text. Not really at me.
No, not angry.
No, it was just like I'm on
I dropped an F-bomb.
a deadline from hell. He said.
Yeah,
I'm
I
on a
was.
deadline from hell, and so all I said was, "Geez." G-E-E-Z.
they're always self-imposed. I had to take a granddaughter to work, and I had to get done before I did that, because if I didn't, then the whole day would collapse. So I was a scramble mode.
Writer's block.
I didn't have writer's block.
That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our
Chit
friends
Chat.
at Newton's Lawn Care. Please call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297. New customers get 20% off a 2025 fertilizer program. Just text the ticket to 402-440-6297. Get a free quote within 24 hours at Newton's Lawn Care, sponsor of Idle Chit Chat. We have a new champion in college basketball. Florida was down by 12 points in the second half. They come back. They beat Houston 65-63. Houston had, 12 seconds to get a final shot off. It never happened.
Was that Will Richard? No, that was
Sharp.
It was Sharp.
God, Manuel Sharp. I'm sorry, Bill.
Manuel Sharp, top of the key.
What happened?
Well, it was Clayton got a hand in his face, and so he thought he was going to get the ball blocked, and he kind of panicked and dropped it. But if he picked it up, it's a double dribble.
Right.
So he passed to nobody, and nobody got a shot off.
They didn't shoot the last two times down the court.
They didn't?
The ball went off Sharp's leg.
That's right. It did.
That's how they went off his leg. And then that happened again. So the last two times, they don't even get a shot off left their hand.
I feel badly for Sharp.
And I do too. And several things. I mean, first of all, I text you guys. To my knowledge, it was the best Final Four ever. I thought it was incredible. And I thought about today driving in, why was that? Well, the Final Four really hasn't been that great the last 2 years, right? Well, prior to that, every Final Four was during spring ball. So my interest level was from afar.
Okay.
It was kind of like I'm paying attention, but I'm grading film. I'm doing other stuff. I mean, and like Monday night, so it wasn't like I was that into it. These games I watched all three of these games, and I felt during the game I was just like I was watching Houston Duke. I thought I don't think Florida can beat them. I mean, I don't think Florida can beat them.
Yep.
Houston, I mean, I really didn't. It was remarkable how they were playing, and then just wow, what a game!
Oh God, it was. You can't break these teams' will.
No, you cannot.
Either side.
Neither of them.
No,
either side.
either.
That was a classic example of no one lost. Time just ran out.
Right. They're so, Bill, you always talk about, Jake, Bill talks about it. And I thought about it all throughout last night. You recruit toughness. That's no accident. That those teams
there's
are
no
like
accident that's. And then talk about this is always a big loophole thing. Don't flinch.
Mm-hmm.
Neither team flinches.
No,
they don't flinch. They never flinch. You never see panic. And I couldn't imagine what that was like on both sides. The defense that was being played.
It was so physical and tight.
Yeah,
and those teams are ultra athletic. I'm really surprised Houston lost. Kind of like you said, but Florida's will wouldn't be broken. I thought Houston played better defense than Florida. Well, they play better defense than anybody.
Yeah,
I mean they're incredible defensive team.
It was just insane to watch their effort and how they were on like I said, both sides.
Effort.
Because right away you talk about that their defense is just literally insane. Well, Houston's is. I mean, Florida's not too much. They're 1B. They're right behind it. And then Duke. Guess what Duke did also? They played defense.
They do.
Auburn. They played defense. That was the best. All four teams. Which one could? All could have been national champions.
Absolutely.
All of them.
All one seeds.
Duke's watching that.
Auburn and Duke are both great
Duke's
teams.
watching
Wonderful
that game,
teams.
going, "Are you kidding me? Houston's up 12." And
Jake, all due respect to your underdog love. This is what I love.
I like the underdogs early on. This was nice. It was nice to have the teams that should be there actually be there and then play well. Like Bill said, Auburn, Florida was a great game. Duke, Houston, I mean, incredible collapse by Duke, incredible will by Houston to win that game down by 6 with 33 seconds to go and win in regulation.
You're watching.
Not overtime, regulation.
See, you guys, I can tell by listening to you, you were very entertained.
Oh, I was.
Absolutely.
I was entertained. I didn't miss a second.
No,
I didn't miss
Watch
a
the whole
second.
game.
There's a lot of games I watch where it's hard to watch. I mean, it's just it feels like a job. You're just watching. You're just like, God, just get to the next media timeout.
I told Laura,
these games, no, they go by super fast.
When we were sitting there watching the game last night, I told my wife, I said, we need overtime. This game needs bonus time.
That'd be nice.
This needs to be bonus basketball if at all possible. crazy thing was we're watching the game, and she's like, "All right, what's the thing that happened?" I said, "I go, just watch." I said, 21's going to shoot a 3 to win it.
21.
That was sharp.
He was going to take the 3.
He was going to take the 3
shoot it though,
and that's kind of what I thought they were going to do. He'd made a long contested 3 earlier, and so I liked that the plan wasn't bad, but to not get a shot up in the last 2 times down the court.
What happened? The other one that went off his leg. That's right. It went off his leg.
He dribbled into.
Sharp is a good player too.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Houston led this game for 31 minutes of the 40. Florida led for 103, and they win the game by 2 points. There was 12 times the game was tied, 3 lead changes. Houston led almost the entire game.
I know.
And lose this game. Up by 12 in the second half.
They blew a 12-point lead.
Now they need some more. I mean, again, like as Bill said, Sharp made a 3, but LJ Cryer led this team in points the whole tournament. He had 19 points. The only guy in double figures for Houston was him.
Yeah,
he's your guy. He's your scorer. They need somebody else to take over and help out in scoring, and they would have won that game, but they just could not get.
And Cryer was 6 for 18. He didn't have his best game. Cryer, the thing about Cryer is he's super balanced. I mean, his balance is extraordinary. Yeah, it is. He's just an incredible Bill. I think he could be a great running back. I really do. He's a big lower body guy. He doesn't we never see LJ Cryer. You don't see him on the floor.
No.
He doesn't fall down. Yeah. I've told you.
There were
guys that fall down.
The thing that was interesting was the biggest thing there was two that had a situation of it. Tugler. When Tugler foul trouble.
Yeah.
He is such a defender.
Yeah.
And I said he only played 16 minutes, and that was foul that was foul induced. He
had
5.
He did foul out.
Yeah.
He's a rebounder too.
Yeah.
Their length is incredible. I mean, like Tugler, one of those guys is like 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan.
It was one of those games because I was going back and forth. I think I was pulling for Florida because that was my selection. Then when the game ended, I wasn't happy.
You wanted Houston to win.
Same.
When it ended,
I didn't know who to pull for.
I didn't. I was pulling for Florida the whole time. Then all of a sudden the game's over, and I'm like, I wanted Houston to win. I wanted to see.
I just want to see them get a shot off. What happens with the shot?
That's for the coach. I just want to see a shot. I was so disappointed.
I wanted the SEC to win, and I think that was the overriding feeling. But I found myself cheering for Houston, and then I'd be like, wait a second, I want the SEC to win.
That was like me. I was like, well, hold on. I picked Florida. Right. I got to go for them. So I'm pulling for. I'm like, I don't know. If you guys want also late January, if you guys want to tune in next year, I will give you the champion.
Yes, it was late January.
If you guys would like to do that, I'll do that again next year.
You just pick a 1 seed.
He's going way out there.
Don't want to live.
They weren't projected as a 1 seed at that time. No, they were a 2 seed.
I think the impressive thing about Florida is that it happened late where Walter Clayton was bad the whole game until the last 7 minutes or so. That's when they made the run to get back in the game to tie it up. But the first 25 to maybe 30 minutes, they kept saying, "Where is Clayton at? Where's he at? Can't get it going."
Well, where he's
but
at.
Will Richard was carrying the Gators to at least stay in the game at that point.
Yeah, Richard helped him a lot. He was 4 for 7 from the 3-point territory.
So there was heavy discussion about that I listened to some pundits this morning they felt they had the best guards. Florida had the best guards in the tournament. Guards. Think about this now.
Best backcourt.
Iona, FAU, and Belmont.
Is that where they're from?
They all transferred in. Iona, FAU, Belmont. That's where they came from. Played up.
So we're talking about Clayton.
Clayton's from Iona.
I can't. The other two, I'm not 100% positive how they matched up on which school they were from. I'm getting confused on that. But from Belmont, and the leading scorer was from Belmont.
Okay.
Will Richard.
Will Richards from Belmont.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he kept him in it. While I just think Clayton got swallowed up a little bit by Houston's defense.
They did.
Houston's. I don't know how you don't get swallowed up by Houston's defense.
But still, he made shots at the very end when he had to. He made a great, impressive left-hand driving layup.
Left hand was crazy. His left hand and made it off
made a 3. Was 4 for 4 with the line. So he did what he had to. It was a rough game for him, and they still win by 2.
I just thought Clayton was tougher now because he didn't go away.
And he was the one that had the block in the last shot that prevented him from shooting the shot.
Never went away.
The big run when it went from wherever 12 down where it got very manageable, Clayton was on the bench.
That's right.
He was on the bench. They sat him for about 4 minutes. I'm watching. I'm thinking like, well, they got to get him back in. Get him back in. They're making a run, and I'm like, well, smart move. No, leave this team out there. They're the ones that are got to go. The run started with Clayton on the bench, and he could have easily been all rattled. Then he comes back in and makes a three, makes that shot. It was like, and he did have 7 assists. He did dish the ball pretty well.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he wasn't visibly rattled. His shot just wasn't falling.
How many times did you see wide open threes? I don't remember him.
Richard had a couple good looks. Yeah, Richard did. He had a couple good looks,
but they were guarded.
Were they wide open?
I'm just saying, were they wide open?
Mm-hmm.
I thought the defense on the perimeter
corner looks were
just ridiculous.
He got free in the corner a couple times, but it's hard to get free against Houston. I think they put a lot of attention on Clayton, which enables sometimes some guys to get a little free, but not. No, their defense is relentless.
Also, with that, I said I told my wife, I go, this will be haunting if Florida loses, and they lose because of 3 points of technicals.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Chinyelu had won.
Chinyelu slammed the ball.
He slammed the ball.
He won.
Come on,
Chinyelu. It's just like everyone's like, the whole team's like, what are you doing?
It wasn't a tie. Bad,
it was a tie, and the ref.
They all knew he should have done
kind of goes like, I gotta call this. Yeah, I can't let this one go.
It wasn't like a horrifying slam.
Yeah.
But it was enough. It was enough where you
was
probably
obvious.
had to.
They talked about this, like if you slam a ball,
he had to call that.
If you slam a ball and catch the ball, you're getting away with it. The slam and catch.
Slam and catch, you're getting away with it.
Getting away with it at that time.
But when it pops up,
also
it's unfortunate.
But the bench got one, but they went back and showed that, and I'm pretty sure. Help me out, fans can help me with this one, because I was kind of a little distracted for a second. I believe that was on the bench.
I don't know.
The
if
first
it was
tech was on the bench.
But I know it was on the bench, but I don't think it was on Golden. I think they talked about it as on his assistants that came just screaming off the bench, yelling, and the technical went to the bench, so it probably got applied to Golden. But when they showed the replay, it appeared, and the announcer said that it was on the assistant coaches. Okay. And then you see Golden losing his mind, and they're like, and I'm like, if my assistant coach got a technical foul in the national championship game, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's.
But there was 3 points in that off of technicals. They had 2 technicals in the second half. They only had 1 technical all year. All year, and they get 2 in the second half.
Well, it was intense.
You know who also looked incredible after this game is Vegas. Florida was a 1.5 point favorite in this game. 1.5, and they win by 2. Vegas is unbelievable.
That's impressive.
1.5 point. They covered by 1.5 point.
Todd Golden, age 39. This is his 3rd year at Florida. He
second youngest to win it.
Yep. Some coaches can. Yep.
Is that Brad Stevens first?
No, Jim Valvano.
Okay.
Stevens never won it.
Valvano.
Oh God, my bad. Played it twice. Good call.
Valvano was 37.
37
in 1983. Better time. Much better times. I mean, extraordinarily.
The game
better.
was in Albuquerque, running around the court,
right.
Didn't know what to do. Shot an air ball, slam dunked it, game over.
Sidney Lowe and Charles Wittenberg.
Who'd they beat? Houston.
Houston.
Jamma.
God, how about talk about Regal? Hakeem Olajuwon.
He was there.
Yeah.
Talk about Regal.
Looked great.
God.
They showed Jim Nance in the stands, donning some Houston attire.
Yeah,
it was loud.
He went to Houston. He's best friends with Fred Couples, who went to Houston also.
Best friends with
Freddie Couples.
Was Couples there?
I didn't see Fred. He's probably getting ready for the Masters. I think he's playing this year.
As he plays every year.
Couples
that's right.
Still
He's
grandfathered
still
in.
viable.
Every former champ
of
the
viable.
Every former champ of the Masters can play in the Masters. And so Fred's playing again.
He plays again. He's like 79.
He's getting up there. He's definitely in his mid 60s
right now, Jack could play. Jack Nicklaus could play.
He has a hard time. I saw him last year. He has a hard time, and you'll understand this, bending down to put the ball on the tee. He said the words, okay, now this is the hard part.
Yeah.
Where he had to bend. And I get
that. 87.
Yeah. Now when you have to pick up a stick, it's not easy.
I dropped my debit card on at Lowe's. I mean at Menards.
Yeah.
I looked at it for a second and kind of, I guess I got to do it.
It's kind of an ordeal.
It's an ordeal. I go, okay, here we go. Let's see what happens here.
It gets to be an
ordeal.
He's
85 years old. Understandable. for the
Hey,
T.
by the way,
for Jack
Golden.
Nicklaus.
Back to Golden. First year at Florida, 16-17. Second year, 24-12. 11-7 in the SEC. Then you just see you can do this, Jake. It doesn't have to be, 10 years.
Bill just said Iona, Belmont, and what's the other team that they got him from? FAU. You weren't getting 5 stars from the high school. You got guys from smaller schools, and they look like they belong the whole time at Florida.
I think it applies the same thing, Bill. I think even with the transfer portal, it still applies. You got to get the right guys, the right mentality that fit. Those guys are tough.
Walter Clayton, who gets all the credit for him?
I don't know.
Rick Pitino.
Okay.
He's 0 stars.
Ooh.
He had 0 stars. 0 stars.
Recruiting.
And he got him to Iona.
That's recruiting.
He went to Florida, got him to Iona. That's how he ended up at Florida. And the reason he ends up back at Florida because he's from Florida. So he had that chance. Instead of going to St. John's, he goes, I'm going to go to Florida because I'm from there.
They had some Florida kids.
But Pitino found him when nobody else did. I mean, there is so much.
That's recruiting.
Yeah.
36-4 Florida.
How many times did you see on both sides of what you can say for all the Final Four teams or most, did you see attitude from the team?
No.
None.
Not really, none.
None. It was like, the only attitude I saw was just, I'll be tougher than you.
You recruit that. That's the thing. That's those teams aren't like that by accident.
That's the number one thing that comes up in conversation. So I was like, how do you want a smart, tough team? How do you want that? Recruit them. That's how you do it.
Jake, it's not.
There's no chance that you take those players and you just say, you know what? God, in high school, really soft, didn't like to compete, didn't like coming to the gym. But he just all of a sudden, we got to Houston or he got to Florida and he decided that now it's time.
It doesn't usually happen.
That doesn't happen.
I feel bad for Kelvin.
He had 3 milestones. He could have had 800 wins, 300 wins at Houston, and his first national championship. That was all on the line.
Yeah.
The elusive national title.
If he wins the game, 800 wins right then, 300 wins at Houston right then, and a title. That would have been an awesome story. And the first ever for Houston in basketball.
God, they had, like you guys said, it just seemed like Houston's night. And then
it
wasn't.
Like,
and then it wasn't.
Remember, I brought up, there's a chance of a hangover here. There was no hangover. Not only so much a hangover, they're just spent. They spent so much. I'm watching it going no, not at all.
It goes back to what you said. They're tougher than hell.
It's just ridiculous.
They are. I mean, look at them. They're ridiculous.
Both teams are.
And Houston, it's more so Houston. Their athleticism is extreme. They're really athletic. Florida is too. Florida, but has a couple guys. Also, Florida's bigs had problems.
Oh, yeah.
Finishing.
They did. Balls got blocked at the rim, but wasn't it nice to see plays at the rim?
A lot.
There's a ton of stuff at the rim.
Hey, let's just do a bunch of weave at the top and someone shoot a 3.
No.
Ball was going inside. There was just do a weave and someone shoot a 3. That'll be fun. It'll be fun. You'll love it. No, the ball was at the rim all the time. There was people getting swatted.
What a joy. I'm glad that you said what you did, too. March Madness delivered. It delivered. It really delivered.
To me, it's the highest ever.
Yeah.
The best ever.
Jake, just remember that.
Chalk can be boring early on, but chalk at the very end can be really good.
Florida.
They have all the ones or twos.
Florida.
We need to cut that.
Maybe we will.
Cut that.
Congrats to Florida. 65-63 champs over Houston. When we come back, Mickey Joseph has an idea for college football. Let's discuss that next. Early break on the ticket.
The Mick.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Now's the perfect time to get even stronger at Planet Fitness. Save $28 or more when you join today for just $1 down, $15 a month. Mix up your routine or create a customized workout plan with free fitness training. That's right. Certified trainers, unlimited sessions with best-in-class equipment. Plus, there's over 2,700 convenient locations to choose from, with most open 24 hours. Save $28 or more today when you join Planet Fitness for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends April 11th. See Home Club for details.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy with the high around 64. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly cloudy, a low around 45. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy with the high near 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Pre-order your Hog Wild slow smoked Easter ham today. Hog Wild selects the highest quality whole ham and slow smokes them until they're tender and delicious. Our 100% boneless ham is approximately 4 pounds and $50. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com. Quantities are limited. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Imagine a healthier, more active, physically fit version of yourself. If you've been putting off getting into shape, now is the time with the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-Week Challenge. Our program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching to help you achieve your fitness goals. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off your enrollment. The next 10-week challenge begins on April 12th. You can get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Don't wait any longer. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Segment 2 sponsored by our friends at Ruhlman Steakhouse between Lincoln and Omaha and Ashland on Highway 6. And by the way, I saw Phil Ruhlman on my flight from Denver to Omaha. Talked to him when we got off the airplane for a while. Phil is in great spirits. He was at the Crown.
We talked about him on the
Crown.
Yes.
He was there at the game, flying back yesterday.
With his brothers, it looked like.
That's right. He was there with his brothers.
Do you know what? Oh, brothers?
At least one, Mark and somebody else potentially. But saw Phil at the airport and at the plane, so it was fun to see him. But if you want to see Phil today, he's there at the steakhouse.
Yeah.
Open for lunch and dinner. They've got, of course, the Easter brunch. He told me that's going to be absolutely packed. So
you guys talked about the Easter brunch?
We did.
I lost my glasses.
April 20th, Sunday. They have a lot of. I'm not sure they have space left, but I'm going to say it anyways. It's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Try it. Try to get in. Phil will get you in.
He said there might have 300 plus people already.
Phil will get you in. Mention Jake Sorensen in the ticket. And
300?
Yeah, 300 plus possibly. It's going to be a fun event for Easter brunch out there in Ruhlman's. If you want to go today, of course, enjoy a steak like the filet mignon, New York strip. They have a Delmonico style ribeye. You had the Genevieve sip, the sirloin, 10-ounce sirloin.
Split it.
That you split
a sirloin.
Had 5 ounces.
5 ounces of steak, which somehow was enough.
Yeah.
Hey, stop now with the judgment.
I just said it.
Hey, Ellie, look for my. Hey, Ellie, if you get a chance over there, look for my glasses. Got a little crisis.
You can't see.
Are they? They're not over there.
Ruhlman's. Ashton.
Phil.
Highway 6.
Ruhlman's is.
Philman's.
Ruhlman's. Looks like we'll be making a return trip there.
Yes.
Probably this week. Probably
You
this
can get
week.
that bourbon. What do you got there, Jake?
Last week, Bill made a call on the airwaves.
Yeah, we had to make a call.
People
We're in a pickle.
We have a shortage of pens at all times, and we've already had some delivered last week. I came back to my desk this morning and saw 2 packages. This one has a lot of pens. This is from David. It says, "Glad to help." Dave is all it says in the message.
It says Dave.
Dave is with Student Assurance Services in Fullerton, same as
Fullerton.
Applied Connect.
Dave.
Glad to
Fullerton.
help. Glad to help.
Look at this.
Glad to help.
We got more pens here.
Nice.
dropped one.
Oh, they're the ones we get to click too, right? They're clickable, right?
Throw one over here.
Yeah. Thank you. Dave, this is incredible. If you would see the strain that Jake goes
Oh,
through
it's terrible.
every day,
The strain is
Yeah.
slowly
Strain's
going
over.
away
and
now.
you drew a star. Thank you. Thank you. That was how you tested it.
And look at this. I got a FedEx package that says attention to me here. What could be in
Attention to
that
me.
possibly? What do you think?
Do it.
Pens? Is it pens?
More pens
All right, this is great.
from
You keep
Highlander.
those.
Highlander contract.
You keep those. We don't. We got 2 right now. We're good.
Okay.
Jake, I think
That's
we're
from
over.
Joe. That's from Joe. Says Jake, I thought I'd help you guys out with pens. We might end up with 1,000 pens.
We need
from
them
this.
because Jake's strain. When I come in here every day, all I hear is Ellie. Where are the pens at?
That's
We have-
exactly what happened.
And they look everywhere for them. They look on the floor. Jake looks on the floor for a pen.
The search is ridiculous.
Now we
every
know.
day.
Look at now.
Now, come
Now
on
we're
now.
covered. Thank you, Dave and Joe. Appreciate
Thank
you guys.
Breakers once again.
Keep the pens coming.
Derek Apple
Yeah.
will be coming with pins tomorrow. He'll
Will
be
it-
sending us pins.
More
tomorrow.
pens coming?
Yeah, from the funeral home.
Okay.
Okay. And these sort of gift cards for food.
We have those today.
We got 2 of those today.
Nice.
We
Thank
covered
you
there
very
for a while.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Mickey Joseph was speaking last week in a press conference setting about several things. He was saying that I'll play the quote here from Mickey Joseph, but
Nice, play it.
essentially,
Jake's got the
Grambling State is where Mickey Joseph is now the head
Yes.
coach. I've been the second year at Grambling State
Yep.
upcoming,
Mhm.
and he wants some sort of compensation for the program when players transfer up. Here's Mickey Joseph last week on that.
We understand. We understand. I think the kids understand if they're here and if they're sophomores and they have a big year and a group of 5 or a power 5 approach them and they have the finances to pull them out of there and I can't match the finances, then you know what? They're going to go. That's part of it. Coach has been doing it for years. So we shouldn't get mad as coaches when these kids make decisions to take care of their family. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. Coach has been doing it for years. But I also think there need to be a buyout. If they move up for me and go to group of 5 and power 5, I should get kind of a compensation for that, So NCAA, if you're listening to me, I need a buyout.
No, he chuckles at the end. I like the chuckle from Mickey at the end. Does Mickey have anything to go off of here at all?
I don't know.
It'd be hard to say it's
I like it.
It's not a dumb concept.
No,
it's not. Because I've heard this concept floated by the pundits of, well, if someone leaves and goes from your program, that they should get someone from your program back. You don't want that. You just get a bad player back. Like, hey, we'll send you a player you don't want. That's not what you. That's not going to work.
Compensation.
The compensation. If it's just, it's probably just just impossible to pull off. But the concept is not idiotic at all. It's
is it now? We have to decide. Is it impossible?
Well, I don't know. That'd be such a rabbit hole to go down to figure it all out. But yeah, I mean, wouldn't it? I mean, if you just think so, I mean, it'd be insane. It'd be insane.
I got to decide because I don't like being that guy that pours cold water on every idea. It doesn't. It might be okay. It might be doable. Yeah. He's tired of losing guys, probably, right?
Yeah. Well, everyone is, and that's honestly that's how you recruit now. When you're at a level like a Grambling or you're at Montana State. Hey, listen, you come here. You play right away. You play well. You can transfer up. Yeah. You can, and you have to even tell them. If it were me, I would tell them I will help you, because if you tell them that you're just like, I'm not going to help you, I'm not going to promote you, I'm trying to keep you here. No, that doesn't work. Just, hey, I can help you.
Where Mickey's coming from is what you just said is essentially that a team like Grambling or Montana State is developing that player for the next program. So. How about a little compensation for our work with that player that you're going to benefit from?
Well, just think about this. Like he mentioned, he talked about it's been happening for years. Coaches have moved on. Coaches have taken different jobs. All of a sudden, just drop of the hat, boom, gone. And it's always the same thing. Well, I got to. It's a better situation, better for my family, whatever it is. But what is in place for all these coaches now? What? Even assistant coaches.
What?
Buyouts.
Right. That's
so if all of a sudden, all of a sudden you wanted to go like that. Like so when I went from Rutgers to LSU, there was a buyout, and so there's compensation for when the coaches leave. There's buyouts.
You just think it'd be too big of a mess with the players?
It'd be just so many. There would be so much of the.
It'd be a zoo. It's already a zoo right now. Yeah. But I like Mickey saying that though, saying I want to fight for our program here.
What do you do when you develop them? When you do the development, just imagine
just leave.
You're watching that game the other day. It's like, well, Iona, we found Clayton. We found him. Nobody else would even talk to him. Florida wouldn't even talk to him. He's gonna be probably a top 5 draft pick. He was a 0-star out of Florida. Not any of the Florida schools talked to him.
I don't know. But now, does Mickey benefit from guys coming down?
What's that?
Guys coming down from bigger schools. Does Mickey benefit from that?
Yeah, or potential up, because there's going to be probably some places where there's going to be some players that are at Division II level, which we saw in basketball this year. There's guys that can play up also. To just up to Grambling.
But he'll pay the reparations too.
If that's the case, if you're taking guys going up, you have to pay the buyout.
I'm sure absolutely.
I'm sure he would.
They'll do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure he would, or he just wouldn't do it. If you can't afford it, you're not going to do it.
But it's a bad. It is a rough situation with when you develop them, you find them, you go through all. I think back at some of the players that we had at New Mexico State, and especially some of the players we had at Utah State. Oh wow, I'm talking. We had the number of NFL guys we had. Draft picks that we had that just stayed at Utah State. They would have never probably stayed there. I mean, because there was that. I mean, and we developed them, and that happened. There'd be 10,000 stories. Every assistant coach can tell the story of all this. We developed these guys, and they turned out great. Mickey. And they wouldn't have turned out great at that same school. They would have departed and went someplace else.
I like that though. I like it when you guys come with ideas. You're idea guys. Mickey. Coming with an idea.
Mickey has an idea.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I don't even know. I guess the idea is great. Someone would have to put a pen to paper and kind of show me how it would happen, how it would work.
I'm not convinced it couldn't happen. I wonder if he's thought it out. I mean,
well, it gets back to the same thing. There has to be some sort of collective bargaining.
Oh God,
that's what you have to have. There has to be an agreement between schools and players. Okay, if this happens, here's how it works. This is what happens. It's like the compensation in the NFL. If there's trades that are made, there's compensation if they're not free agents.
You can't just be decided by a couple coaches. Hey, well, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's
Send it
out.
in the mail.
It's out there now. We'll see if anything happens from this. But Mickey has voiced something. Maybe it's not been said yet by anybody in terms of a buyout.
No,
for players moving up. So. When we come back, Song of the Day and Bugaboo Tuesday on Bill's Thrills.
Things that bother me
is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCAA.
Authentic Mexican food is not always easy to find, but you can find it in Lincoln at Tacos Los Hermanos. Their birria tacos are worth the drive from anywhere in town, but their chicken, chorizo, al pastor, and asada tacos are also worth the trip. You can also try any of those meats in a burrito or quesadilla. You won't find a better toppings bar in the area or better dessert options. If you can't get there, don't worry, they do deliver as well. Stop by Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock Streets in Lincoln.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day, the man from Gainesville, Florida, Tom Petty for the champion
There it
Florida
was. There it
Gators.
was.
I won't back
I picked
down.
up on it right away.
464-568-51 is bad. 10 is a good text rating on the Sauterham and Jewelers song of the day. Any chance to play Tom Petty, I'm going to take it.
Oh, Gainesville guy, right?
That's right.
Gainesville. What's that? His brother lives in Tallahassee, though, which I'm oddly fascinated by. I mean, if I'm ever in Tallahassee, I'd run into Tom Petty's brother. Whoa.
Would that be the same as Mellencamp?
Not quite,
Right,
but
the
it'd be, I'd have a lot of questions.
I would.
Right.
Excuse me.
Do you have an
Give it
hour?
A couple minutes.
Right. Yeah, he works for the city.
Eh?
Yeah, he works for the city. Go ahead, Bill. You go first.
You're
first.
I would say. Do they play it at all basketball games?
I don't. They played it during the second half of the game last night, going to a
They
break.
did?
They did
Or
play
did
that
they-
song
They did?
going to break.
Oh,
When Florida was making a run,
CBS did.
CBS did. Yeah,
Not the
the
arena.
broadcast
Yeah.
played that.
Okay. The to hear it live in the swamp, I was there for it twice. 1-1.
They play that?
What lost was 1 once, but they play it between third and fourth quarter,
Yes.
and it's borderline incredible.
That just gave me the chills.
I mean, it is absolutely. It's one of those things when you go to a place. Is it Dixieland Delight? Is that what Alabama is?
Yes,
I
it
believe
is.
That's
That's
incredible. When you're either I've been home and away for jump around at Wisconsin.
Yep.
But when you have your song,
Yeah.
they
play that song.
that they play that song between third and fourth quarter, and it is remarkable. And that was
Tom.
and this was going against a bitter rival. Florida and LSU play every year. They they have said we are rivals, and we have acknowledged it. The song, even without that, is incredible. I'm going to go with a 989.
Whoa, I can't go that.
Oh, I am.
And Bill has not been as high as we are on Tom Petty in
I'm
general.
not as high as you guys are, but this song has a meaning to it.
Okay.
It's simple, very simple, but absolutely love it.
Well, Tom Petty is very simple. I think Heyman would back me on this. Heyman, if you're listening, he's like a 3-chord guy. Those lyrics are usually very simple, but they're powerful lyrics. And the economy of words is what Petty is. He doesn't overdo it. It's a garden variety Petty song, but it's a lovely walk through the garden.
Wow. I've never heard that description before.
This is Olive Garden. We're at the Olive Garden of Tom Petty songs.
Yes, we are. We're Olive Garden.
Free breadsticks.
We're eating breadsticks and very crisp salad.
Yes.
And drinking a
Soup.
So I can go. I'm not.
I've never said let's go. Let's get to Olive Garden for a margarita quick. Never. That's
good.
New.
Nobody.
That's new to me. Okay,
They're good
go ahead.
margaritas. 9.115.
Okay.
Thank you.
Both in the 9s. We'll take that. Ellie and Derek. But I guess their scores.
Hang on there. Ellie's
She's
going to
still
be a 701. Dad, Derek's going to be a 924.
Okay.
Ellie
just nailed
7.4.
it.
Derek
That's close
8.9.
enough to
Pretty
nail
close,
it.
Bill.
Yeah.
Derek has good taste.
I know the family now. I feel like ever since we had the situation with the cinnamon roll, everything has changed with me and Ellie. Do you agree with that, Ellie? Everything's changed from that time when she broke me off a quarter inch of.
And that's it.
That was it. It was the centimeter.
She locked up.
She did. She said she locked up, and then immediately, so to make up for it, she sent me an invite to her graduation party, which is the most incredible invite I've ever seen. Because when you go through what was at the bottom of it?
BYOB.
BYOB. I've not seen a BYOB
ever.
Oh, no, we've seen them. That's the thing.
In our day,
For graduation from high school,
a lot of things.
A lot of things. No, BYOB
Okay.
was on a lot of invites.
Yeah, it was.
Now we've seen it again, and Ellie brought that to life. Thank you.
Some scores before we get to Bill's thrills. Jake and Hickman 5.5. A little low for Tom Petty. Just saying. Rick and Wahoo 9. Thank you, Rick. That's more like it. Coach Luby says, is it Libby or Luby?
Libby.
It's spelled Luebby.
That's Libby.
Okay.
Libby.
It's Columbus name, Jake.
5.3.
Yeah. We do a little different there.
John Lincoln 8.9. Lyle in Omaha 9.5. Ryan in California 8.3. Joe in Boulder 8.5. Kyle in Hooper 8.5. Who at Clemens?
Bart 8.
Good job, guys.
Hey,
That was
yesterday, Jay, just so you know, Swim goes, who in Columbus?
No, just like that.
Yeah.
And Bill just went bird.
I just said
Bird
bird.
shameful.
It's what I said.
It's okay. Swim did a good job. But yeah. That was beautiful. Good job.
That was, and that's kind of this kind of me and Jake's deal. Go ahead.
No, and it's funnier than hell.
Anything from the YouTube?
Well, hang on. Jennifer and Hubby. Jennifer
Hold
5.
on.
Jennifer 5.9. Hubby 6.8. A little low for them.
That's
little low for
shocking
them.
for me. But they're still getting along.
Yep.
Still in a relationship.
Sanderson 8.4. Twin Bing 9.87.
The Bing.
Someone says Petty at his best. I'm not sure we go with that. It's not his best. It's
No.
very good.
No.
Hey, let's not argue them. If they say it's the best, it's the best.
The OG CJ 6. Gator 7.6. Are you doing the chop, Gator?
Yeah.
Good job, Jake. I don't know if they clap when they do. Do they clap when they do?
Don't they clap? Don't they
I
clap
don't
on the
know.
chop?
I
Why would you clap?
think they might.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, YouTube. Before we move on, see Bolt 9.2.
Bolt's on YouTube now.
Yeah.
BW, he's on both text line and YouTube.
Yeah.
He does both.
Bolt's very connected.
He does both.
He's on
things.
Twitch. He's on YouTube.
He's
on
everywhere.
Allo.
He's everywhere.
What channel are we on, Allo?
961.
What?
961. Yeah, we've
We're
been on
still
Allo
on there?
for over a year now.
Over a
On
year.
Allo. 961. Still there. Al on YouTube 9. Robert 9.8. Genghis says that's
The
a 10.
corn.
That's a 10 for him.
The corn.
Nelson Montana 6.5. Brad 9.2. Albert 10. And Mr. Blitzkrieg 8.7. East Lincoln West 10.
High scores today.
High scores. Nice job,
This
Jake.
song today once
Won't
again.
Back Down.
I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty from 1989. It's time for a Tuesday edition, Bugaboo Tuesday of Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
is
we
this gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him coach. But to everyone else, He's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
Bill's Thrills is sponsored by our friends at Trados. Grain marketing, crop insurance questions, you know where to go to. It's Trados, the website, GOTREDAS.com. It's GoTrados.com.
Everybody's thinking about planting. They're thinking about selling. Ooh, there's grain
Making
at
you
that.
money.
Everybody's thinking, oh, yeah, we're going to get it going like that. How are we going to make our money? How are we going to make our money here when we sell the rest of our grain? That's how you do it. And they're going to crush
experts.
it. Imagine just having way more money than you could have had. That's just that simple. That's what Trados does.
Good feeling to have.
It's a good feeling.
That's one of the best feelings you'll ever
have. Trust me. This is one of the best feelings you ever had.
Seriously.
Okay, you can make some money or you can make a lot more money. Which one would you opt for?
Your choice.
Your choice.
It's
Make
a better
choices.
day.
Choose
Better
wisely.
It's a
Things
better
that
day.
bother me. Things that bother. I have two folds.
What is
and
it
this, We're
today?
talking hoops. Last night, well, it was from the weekend, but mainly from last night, it really started to bother me even more. The elevation is my deflation. The elevation
the floor
is my deflation.
The floor.
The floor.
This is good.
The floor is just it is my bugaboo.
Really?
Of bugaboos of bugaboos. If you looked, it was so awkward.
Yep.
The assistant coach didn't know whether to sit or stand. No one knew what to do. You might roll an ankle and just fall off the floor.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is just, and anytime you go to take the court, when they did the announcements, it's weird to come off it's like, what do I do here? Do I go up the stair? It's just, why do we have this? Why do we have the elevated? And I couldn't imagine.
Cool.
All of a sudden, you're going to go into the championship game or the Final Four. Hey, let's play on a floor that no one's really played on before. Let's try that out for us right now. Let's have an elevated
Vandy
floor.
plays on elevated, don't they?
Minnesota, I think, does too.
Yeah, there's
but
a few.
it's
There,
only a few.
Not very. And I've brought this up before. I wanted to hit it in this time. But here's the one that bothered me the most.
What?
Was the refereeing. Okay. How much different was the game played in the first half to the second half?
Different.
Markedly different.
The call fouls in the second half.
Yeah, my point is the game wasn't played different. It was called different. 4 fouls total in the first half. 4 fouls total. 23 in the second half.
I wonder if they got
23 in the second half.
Oh, that's what it was. 4 and 23.
4 to 23.
So what
and
happened?
the game wasn't played differently. It was just reffed differently. And that has to be so hard at halftime. When you, I got to feel for what's going on out there. This is how it's going to be. There was a time, I think it was, that Houston got 3 fouls in 9 seconds.
That's correct. It was 9 seconds.
3 fouls in 9 seconds. And Florida got them stacked up on them. At one time, Florida had 5 fouls and Houston had none. But I'm just saying there's no way that was that different, because in the first half, it was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. And there's just, so to be that different is mind-boggling to me. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me to see that would happen. I didn't think that there was the reason that obviously it's very crystal clear that the reason that Florida won is because of some of the calls they got. Nope. Didn't think that at all.
I didn't think that at all.
Yeah, don't think that at all.
Never entered my mind.
I just thought it was a bizarro world. Now that you'd say a little different if you were Houston,
maybe,
because they had 2 guys that had to sit for a long time
Bigs.
with 4 fouls,
Their bigs were in
and they
trouble.
got much smaller because of that. And then obviously lost 1, but when they went to the 4 fouls, that hurt him really, really bad.
Tugler and Francis, the ones who were foul trouble.
Tugler was one of this guys he just could not have off the. I mean, he only played 15 minutes, 16 minutes,
16 minutes,
and he's a 26, 27 minute guy probably.
2 thoroughbreds there.
Yeah, and so that part just bothers me.
They're race horses. No, I get it. What was it? You got a headline for the second one? Right?
No,
off the top of your head.
Nothing off the top of my head. Go ahead. You write it.
No,
for
I
me.
can't.
No, I was just wanting to hit on both those things right there.
I don't know. I don't mind the raised floor.
Right.
I know you guys both don't like it. I've never minded. I think it's kind of cool. It suggests to me big time stage.
Everyone looked confused. Like Bill said, if you look at Kelvin Sampson, look at Todd Gold, even they were like,
I don't think
what do
like
I do
it
here?
I don't think I'd like it as a coach.
It's horrible because then you have to have like that little stool thing if you want to sit down on something, because they'd always, the coaches walk around and what do? They sit down. They don't have to go down 3 steps. And then it's like, how do I enter off of this? And the whole thing just looks weird. And I wouldn't want it changed. All of a sudden, imagine all of a sudden like that, there's just a big drop off in a football game, in the bowl game. It's like, what is this? Well, that's just the way it is. Bowl game, big time game. You're going to raise the field.
I thought it was cool.
You can't see them stomp in anger because it's hidden, because their legs are hidden below the thing.
You can't hear it at all?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. I get where you're coming from. It just, I've
The
always thought it was
assistant
kinda
coaches for Florida stood.
Mhm.
There's like 5 of them standing because
It's
they
kind of
had
weird.
to.
It's kind of weird. I agree with you on that. I just think it's cool.
Would not have been my deal. Now
San Antonio.
I would still say Florida. They still probably enjoyed the night. They still probably celebrated in the elevated court. Probably did not.
I'd like to ask them, like the coaches, what do you
just-
think? Or ask the players, what do you think of the raised floor? Would you get a shoulder shrug?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that if they had their choice,
They're at the Final Four, so they
Yeah.
probably don't want to complain about too much.
It's not too much.
Some response from the text line. Vern in Dakin says, spot on about the floor, Bill. It bothers the hell out of me.
Wow.
He's bothered
Yes,
by
it bothers me. It
Neither
really bothers
bothered
me.
You know, they do. Do they do that in other places? Not just San Antonio, is it? It feels like I've seen raised floors before.
It's almost
I've
most
seen it
finals,
before.
right? Most,
I think most finals. I don't know if it's because they're in a dome. I want to know the reason why too.
I don't know
Give me
the
the reason why, because I know it's in a dome, and so it's in the middle of a dome, so it's way different.
San
And they bring in all the seats in. I would love to see them just go back to just to arenas. I'd love to have seen that I'd love to see that in like 22,000 seat arena. This is so loud. It'd been incredible.
Oh, it'd be neat. It'd be kind of neat.
Have about
I wonder
the
when they
dome
went to-
doesn't fire me up. It doesn't just sit up in the rafters and be so far away. You're not even sure. I'm watching the game on TV rather than being in one of those spots. Go ahead, Jay.
I don't know if this is true. Can someone confirm this? Casey on YouTube says the players were checking in at midcourt and then laying down because the scorers' tables were all below them and they couldn't see over the floor.
That might be true.
Is that legitimate? Were the guys
It
laying
was
down when
awkward.
they went in?
I remember them saying that. Yeah, it was awkward.
It would give you a chance to lay down, though.
But okay, yeah.
Best to go and need a quick nap real
Just
quick.
imagine this right there. If you're Pavelka calling the game and you're sitting like this and the floor's right here, that'd be weird.
Barely see over here.
Really weird.
And Minnesota's like that, and it was a little. It wasn't as weird as you might think. I've covered games at Minnesota. I was there for a week.
It looks strange on TV still at Minnesota.
Bothers
and
me.
Vanderbilt.
Does it bother you, Minnesota?
Nothing bothers me really about Minnesota too much. It really doesn't. I don't get too worked up about that.
They do. Is there anybody else that has a raised floor in the Big Ten?
In the Big Ten, no. That would
No.
be just Minnesota.
Just Minnesota.
Triple H's dad says elevated court is terrible when sitting at the ends of the court. You can't see anything at the ends.
See?
Wow. Yeah, we hit on
It just got real. It just got real, Steve. Yeah.
I've always thought it was kind of cool. Like Vandy, it looks cool.
By the way, Troy is confirming Casey's statement about the players laying down before they went in.
Imagine telling
I need to
them
go
that.
watch a replay of this.
Hey, go check in, but lay down.
You gotta lay down.
You got to lay down because
I wouldn't do it. I'd say I'm not laying
lay
down. You guys figure it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't lay down. First of all, if right now, if me and Steve lay down at our age right now,
we ain't getting up.
Chance of getting back up. Like Bolt
I need
trying to
help.
get in the stance. Bolt, get in your stance. I can't.
God, that card pickup thing, that really resonates.
I looked at it when
Yeah.
the debit card flat on smooth concrete. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
We got to go down.
This is gonna be this. I'm kind of looking like anybody else want to grab that for me. It's like you make that commitment. They're kind of looking at you.
It's like,
and
damn.
Just like, oh please,
Jake, get ready.
Yeah,
you got to get ready for this.
It's
Can't
coming.
wait. You guys make
It's
it so
coming, Jake.
delightful.
It's
Can't wait
coming.
for it.
Yeah.
Bill, the headline again, please.
The elevation is my deflation.
And that is Bill's Thrills Bugaboo Tuesday, sponsored by our friends at Trados. Check them out at gotrados.com. Hour 2 is next. Back to the crown. 48 hours later,
Yeah, I want to hear what Jake
thoughts
says.
changed it all in the crown. Let's discuss that next.
Yeah,
An
let's get
early
it
break
hard.
on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Make plans to stop by Corn Coast Brewing this Saturday, April 12th for their Ales Helping Tales event, partnered with Parkview Animal Hospital. This semi-annual fundraiser collects donations and sells raffle tickets to raise money for Vets Get Pets, a program in the Nebraska Department of Veteran Affairs that helps with adoption fees for veterans. A special beer will be brewed, and the first 100 customers who buy the beer will receive a special edition Stadium Cup. That's all this Saturday at Corn Coast Brewing at 14th and Yankee Hill.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Busch Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Busch Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at Busch, B-O-E-C-K, farmoutfitters.com. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
You don't have to cross your fingers when digging into the ground this spring. Start every project with a call to Nebraska 811 so utilities like LES can mark their buried lines and you can avoid injury and power outages.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCAA.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
I tried to hide my cigarette smoking. Then I was rushed into emergency surgery to repair the damage smoking did to my heart. It shocked everyone because they thought I was healthy. Yet because I smoked, I had a severe heart condition that nearly killed me. My tip is you may be able to hide your smoking from the world, but you can't hide from the damage smoking does to your body.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at 70th and Pioneers. And what does Shin Daddy have going on today in Creighton at Midwest Bank, Bill?
Health. Speaking about health today, Steve, like that. It's Tetanus Tuesday. Tetanus Tuesday. So as soon as you come in, you get a tetanus shot.
Really?
Yeah, you're able to get a tetanus booster shot.
Do people still get those?
The tetanus booster, yes. The tetanus
Do
booster
get tetanus
shot.
still.
So with all the outdoor work and you know, like that, so maybe might get yourself cut or get
Step
yourself
on a nail.
Step like that. Get your booster shot like that. So when you whip into the bank today, right away, boom, roll up the sleeve. Get your booster shot.
You don't have to though.
But that you don't have to, but we're gonna.
It's not required.
It kind of is a little bit. It kinda is.
I'm saying no.
Are you saying that rust does not exist anymore in the world?
Yeah. So you're fighting rust? Is that what you're fighting?
No, it doesn't exist anymore. It's
I'm
gone.
just saying, Shindy, I don't need a shot. I'm just gonna do my banking. Just shoot up that guy.
Is it required, Bill, or not?
Required. It's kind of required. Yeah. So Steve, you'll be getting a tetanus booster shot. You need it. Everyone needs it. Everyone needs it, Steve. Yeah, roll up your sleeve, get a shot.
I got a coat on.
It's okay.
Take the coat
off. Coat off. Got the little alcohol swab like that. Swab your arm like that. Yeah, swab it off that. Fire that baby in.
Tetanus Tuesday.
So
it's not really a fun day.
Well, it kind of could be.
That
though.
kind of hurts.
Imagine all of a sudden something happens a week from now. It's like, oh, have you had your tetanus booster? I have. You know,
where'd you get it?
Yeah,
the bank.
So Shindy can find the vein then pretty easily because it's tough to find the vein sometimes. We're getting that.
Well, you don't have to find the vein for the tetanus shot.
What are you talking
Don't
about?
you?
What do you know? You don't.
What do you put the tetanus shot into?
Jeez.
Handle this one.
Where do you
Bill.
put it at?
They're not taking blood. He's not taking blood. It's just a shot.
There's got to be a spot that people put in, isn't there?
No, there's not. There's no.
I don't
you don't
know
have to
shots
hit
that
a
well.
vein.
Right
Please,
arm,
anyone from
Is there a vein in your shoulder?
From the medical world,
right here.
From the medical
help me
world,
out.
think
Hey,
about
find the vein
So,
right here.
Where
When
do
you
you
get
put your
the, when you get the
shots at?
shot to the buttocks, they're going,
Find
hang
the
on,
vein.
gotta find the vein.
My right buttock has a big vein.
Things have gotten weird.
This is how you know
Got a
I'm
little weird.
not a medical guy
Yeah.
at all.
Please, medical,
No
please
medical,
chime in.
no medical
I can imagine
knowledge.
like this going like that. Hey, we're gonna give you an antibiotic shot. We'll hope you hit the vein the first time. That said nobody. Oh, Jake.
I'm sorry. I had to add that to you.
Jake, that one really got me. That one really. Is there anything from the text line on that
Yeah,
one?
I'm not
Jake?
very happy with me on that one.
Jake.
Yeah. In the buttocks.
Find the vein.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. Yep. Santa. Whatever. Thank you to Shit Daddy for doing Tetanus Tuesday at Midwest Bank.
It's a public service.
Yes. Where'd you get the shot at? The bank.
Midwest Bank. Gavin says if Sip is asking if they still give tetanus shots, he's way overdue for one. I say.
Gavin from Bennett. That tells you right there. Do they still do those? Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Reed says also clearly Jake needs his tetanus booster. He doesn't know where how the shot
works.
Happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tetanus booster.
Yes.
Well, thank
you,
Daddy.
Shindy.
Appreciate that. 464-5685. Call or text as always. I was not here to discuss the Crown.
I want to hear what you think.
Title yesterday. Nebraska courts beats UCF to win the title, and the first ever crown goes to Nebraska. So the question is, the value of the crown has been just debated across Huskerland the last 48 hours, and I'm curious from the texters and us, are we on the same page at all about the importance or the value of it, or are we farther away than we ever were in terms of harmony on this? 464-5685.
Text in.
The first two games we laughed at because Arizona State was 13-19. They had players not playing, guys transferred out. It was kind of a joke. That was a joke. Nebraska wins the game. Georgetown missing two of their best three players because of different situations. Okay, kind of a joke. The last two games, Boise State was a team that was close to making the dance. They had I think most of their guys playing.
Good team.
They're good.
That was a nice win for Nebraska. UCF, same thing. Again, on the fringe of the dance, and Nebraska wins. But so the last two wins are legitimately good wins, and it's nice to have a championship. But we said, go back to when the crown was announced. We joked and we meant it that Nebraska is going to win the crown. We'll have this conversation about what does it mean? What does it mean about the season? What does it mean about going forward? And I'm not sure I can tell you it means anything going forward at all. It's just nice to have a title.
It is.
It's nice to have a title. There's not a lot going forward.
It doesn't add anything to me
because
I guess the money.
Just because of the flip of the roster. It'd be different if it was all of a sudden it's like they won the crown and these guys were all returning.
They have some guys back.
Yeah.
I mean, Burke's back. And
they lose
Sam,
7 or 8, correct?
Yeah, they lose 7.
But
Burke's back.
And arguably their two best players.
Yeah.
Burke, did he score in the game?
No, he played 4 minutes.
Played 4 minutes. So
Burke, but he's just going to be a starter, or he's heavy rotation. Sam's heavy rotation. Season's heavy rotation.
Do we know why he played 4 minutes in the game? Only 4.
I don't know.
This is the guy that's going to be a big part of your team next year. And he had played 4 minutes in a title game, which Nebraska won.
I don't know. I don't know what it means. I think that a tournament like this, it's very Nebraska.
It makes sense that the first ever tournament to appear that Nebraska's again never won a game in the Big Dance. They won an NIT back in '96.
I felt it was kind of
the crown.
Safe spot. I mean, if they lost, it wasn't a big deal. There wasn't a lot of pressure. I mean, I would say no pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
I mean, the NCAA tournament's all pressure. I mean, you get some safety. Now, they did play well against Boise State. They played well against UCF. They played well throughout the tournament, really. So there's something to be said for it.
Anytime,
I don't think you want to go too overboard.
No, I'm not going overboard.
Anytime I always say they're keeping score in the games on TV, it counts. So to win, that's good.
It's true. I mean, they do that with cornhole too.
That's true. It's on TV and they keep score. You're exactly right. So you got me on that one. So I was thinking more, but anyway.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Does it launch you anywhere? I don't believe in the launch. The really launch it.
Hard to
but I
sell
believe
that.
But you have to acknowledge they won it.
They won games.
And they won games. And in the last 2 games, the other team was very interested. I'm not so sure how interested Arizona State was. I really don't. They
had 6 or 7 guys.
They had like 6. They put in a bunch of managers at the end of the game.
They had 19 losses on the year. 19 losses. And they made a postseason tournament.
But then it changed a little bit. But I don't know where it does vault wise, where you're sitting there going like all of a sudden get ready next year. We're coming off. We're coming off this heater, and that's hard to sell that. That's hard to sell that.
This is probably the best way to describe it. Unnamed texter says, the crown provided a week of entertainment cheering on my favorite team. It was awesome. I'm happy for Fred and the team for their engagement and competitive spirit. Says nothing about what it means. It just says, I enjoyed a week of watching basketball.
And that's very
accept
accurate.
It. That's fun.
Yeah, it's very accurate.
But if you could just say that, I'm fine with that. But if you're trying to say this vaults Nebraska into something because of this, I cannot go with that. To not you guys, but anybody saying that, I will not go with you on that, because as we said, 7 or 8 guys gone from next year. Your best 2 players are gone. It's nice you got the guy coming in, Price Sanford, and the guy from Central Michigan, the big guy. But this is still a lot of work to do this offseason to get anywhere near what this team was, which was not a tournament team, but a crown championship team.
It's it's one thing you hear a lot I've heard. I can't say I've heard a lot of it, but I've heard the question raised, Jake. I think me and Bill maybe addressed this yesterday. What would you take? Would you take a crown championship over a first round NCAA loss?
This hypothetical is if you know ahead of time you're going to lose that game.
Yeah.
If you're guaranteed a run to the title game and a win, but you're guaranteed a loss. If you're not guaranteed that, you take the dance. You always take the tournament. Take a chance to win.
I would think so. It's hard
every
for me
time
to even address the question. I mean,
no.
What are we talking about?
Because what would be incredible, what you've never heard when they show they go to all those live shots of when the team gets announced for the field of 68. And they show them like that. Imagine all of a sudden like that, and then right back in. Iona declines.
They want to play for the.
They want to.
They want to play in the crown.
They turn it down for the.
Will
NCAA.
Nebraska turn down an NCAA bid so they can defend their
crown?
Well,
why don't you this? Do a theory, and why don't you ask the teams that did lose in the first round of the dance? Hey, would you rather have played in the crown or gone one and done like you did in the dance? I bet they'd all say, "I want to play in the tournament and lose the first game because it's a chance. It's the big thing."
I think the best thing is that those seniors or the guys in their final years. Hard to call guys seniors anymore, but they go out winners, particularly Bryce.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, and they played really well. They held the team together. It was fun to watch. The fans got to see more basketball. I struggle a lot with hey, there's only 4 teams still playing in April. I struggle with that one.
Unbelievable.
That one I struggle with when I hear that one, just because of the timing of the tournament.
Right.
Just because they decided to move it back to it.
I mean, you're really reaching at that point.
That part of it. Also, the part that probably is the elephant in the room is that it's going to take, like Jake just said, it's going to take a lot for Nebraska to get back to where they are now. They didn't make the Big Ten tournament. Jake said that. He just said, he goes, it's going to take a lot for them to get back to where they are now.
They were 16th of 18 in the Big Ten.
So that's how many years, Steve?
53.
54 now.
54. But that would be the part that would be the hardest for you to kind of go back and go, hang on now a second. Where Jake says, I don't know if we can get back. It's going to take a lot for us to get back. And he's not wrong.
That was not a misspeak. I know what I said.
I agree with what he's saying because of, like I said, those two players are really hard to replace.
It's pretty predictable what's going to happen. You know what's happening next season. Nebraska will be scratching and clawing to get in the tournament. They may get there and they may not. They don't. They'll be in the crown. We'll be talking about how close they are. It's just, it's just
a very fun, not
it's
repulsive conversation at all.
The same thing over and over.
Groundhog Day.
Maybe they'll get to the tournament. If they do, they'll have to scratch their way in. If they don't, here comes the crown.
Can you push back? Can you push back?
We're gonna have the same conversations.
I can't sit there and say no. You're pessimistic. That's reality for this program. It feels like
just the way you said it.
So annoyed by it.
Crown.
Here we go again, back to Vegas. Defend our title in Vegas.
Pretend like we're making big progress.
Hey, the money is nice. $300K.
Yeah. Is that been clarified on how that money is spent?
Yes, it's clarified. I was wrong, by the way.
Clarify
the players get it.
So the
current players
get it.
They all get it, and I think
so it's not NIL then.
I think it's split evenly.
Yeah,
split, not split, divided.
Divided with that, which is also as Dirk Scott and Ty reached out to me. Dirk, especially, it's like, this is NIL. This is what it should be. Playing for can you imagine, which I heard on another show, if the Big Ten, SEC, all those tournaments were played for cash. Can you imagine? Remember that it's not such a huge deal. Not a big deal. Imagine if there's $500,000.
How about $1 million to the winner? Why not just $1 million?
$1 million to the winner of the SEC tournament. And then each player gets 500, gets whatever $250,000 for winning.
Sad that we have to do that, but it adds some fun. I'll tell you what. The other thing about this is Fox. They could really increase the prestige and the interest level of the crown by saying $1 million. Let's just go to $1 million.
I think Fox should be very happy that Nebraska made it all the way because Nebraska showed up. Nebraska fans traveled Saturday.
Oh my God! Yes.
We joked about the crown the early part of the week, understandably so. It wasn't big, but the weekend Nebraska fans showed up. I don't think if you had a final of UCF against Boise State to be
or Villanova.
Or
No.
yeah, it'd be a small
It'd
crowd
be
because Nova's like, okay, well, great, we're still playing. We are a tournament team, not a crown team.
I
so
also
they should be thankful that Nebraska made it all the way and
They
won.
can do. You can do the check it out. Is that we feel that people watched it because we watched because we're from Nebraska. I doubt anybody else really watched it.
I don't know what
But
the
I don't know
ratings
that
were.
would be. It'd be interesting.
Can I give a story on that real quick?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at the only sports bar in Santa Fe.
Yep.
Santa Fe, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They didn't know there's any games going on. We said, hey, this is not a regular. This is not FS. This was regular Fox. I walk in. There's like 20 TVs. There's tennis. There's golf. There's not a sign of basketball. They said, hang on a second. They said, there's a game on right now. I said, yeah, it's on Fox. I said, you're kidding me. They had no idea. No idea. There's a live game on a regular channel.
Yeah.
I would
no
say,
idea.
I would say this: a team as if Villanova, who's won national championships, the viewership would have been worse than Nebraska. Nebraska brought more viewers than a Villanova would have brought. They'd be like, "We're not watching this."
No, you're right. The Crown should be very happy with.
Thankful for Nebraska. Yeah,
made
absolutely.
a run. Made a run. Yeah. Well, we're into the
they won it all. To be very thankful for that. So again, if you're the Crown, I would say this was a successful tournament for you because of how it ended with Nebraska winning it all. And
I wonder
showing up.
I'd like to hear what the organizers say. Like, are they going to go forward? I would think so. And maybe they increase the pot and it gets big, And why not a college football Crown? I think that should be something they think about.
I'd like to know if there's
CFP field is announced. And then, now we're going to announce 8-team Crown field. Same concept.
Be fun. Oh, I'd love it.
For the teams that we know declined bids, like Iowa said no, Northwestern said no, West Virginia said no to the Crown. Do they regret saying no, or do they say no, we're still good? That we're glad we didn't play.
I don't know.
Does their decision if they're invited next year, if they miss the dance, are they saying, "Listen, we wish we had played that last year. Let's do this upcoming year"? I'm curious how they would what they would say.
I guarantee you, there's some players which they'd play because some players will never play again, and they had a chance to go to Vegas and play basketball.
I think the cut. What I read is the cut's $20,000. You get $20,000. So Nebraska's players got $20,000.
Now it would be incredible.
That's
also,
if
it was just a stack of hundreds when you walked out of the deal. Here you go. Let's hand it to you. That would be incredible.
Cash.
That'd be fun. Get yourself
that would be fun.
A bag of Chick-fil-A and $20,000.
Be great.
Yes.
It was well produced. Fox did an enormously good job.
Great job. They did a
Gus
great
Johnson
job.
on the call.
They made it seem
big.
They did. They announced it as if it was like it was like the real Final Four.
Which makes you wonder how far they can
take. They had Kevin
Yeah.
Kugler and Gus Johnson calling games. That's a big deal.
Robbie
Jim Jackson,
Hummel.
Robbie
Robbie
Hummel,
Hummel.
Jim Jackson. I mean, they had their big crew there.
They brought their guns.
Yeah.
They brought their guns. It was an impressive production. That was my biggest takeaway. Wow. It did not seem like a small deal. It did not seem like a small
And
deal.
it appears that Robin Washington survived a week in Vegas.
Rob was there.
The whole week.
There for a whole week.
The whole week.
For a
As long
week.
as he's ever been away from his kids for the Crown.
Did you?
I like the Crown because I didn't feel real obligated to watch.
But you did.
Yeah, some of it.
Times.
At times.
The Boise game I didn't see as much as I didn't.
You didn't really feel an obligation.
Yeah.
And that's going to go over like a lead balloon with some people who say, are you really a sports writer? I didn't look at, like, if they were playing in the tournament, the big one.
Drop everything and watch.
Yeah, you don't miss a possession.
No.
In the Crown, you could miss a few. you could miss a half.
Let's not forget, we had a guy on the show that sat on the bench of Georgetown during the game.
Cooley sat right next to him.
Rob.
Cooley was taken aback.
What's
this guy doing on my bench?
It's one of the most incredible. Thank you for
Rob.
That phone call is one of my all-time favorites.
It was. In that quote from Cooley,
Yeah.
what's this guy doing on my bench? This Nebraska fan.
And the
Crown.
And the way Rob talked to us, it was like, yeah, it just kind of worked out. It wasn't a big deal.
He wasn't trying to brag at all.
It wasn't like, oh, you wait to hear about this. No, just kind of, it was incredible.
Just imagine Rob sitting on the Houston bench last night. Right by Samson. That wouldn't have worked.
Well, he couldn't have sat by him because of the raised floor.
He would have been down on the floor.
Guys laying down. They're probably told, hey, when you go check in, lay down.
You got to kind of lay down.
Yeah.
Maybe not full lay down, but kind of lay down.
I thought about this one. Could you imagine the three of us right now at the same age, like that, and just whistles ready to go? We had to ref the game. I think we'd miss 100 calls. I think we'd miss 100.
I could think not.
Oh, you miss 100. The
game
pace
moves
of
so fast.
and the athleticism of what just happened. It would be.
I mean, you got to get up and down the court.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be Jake.
I'm tired.
Jake, you go free throw to free throw line. Me and Sipple kind of anchor down at our end.
The cherry pick over here. Just stay in the baseline here.
What'd you see down there, Jake?
I think there's a charge. Hey, Bill, you're standing right there.
Yeah.
All right, the crown. It's in the books, Jake.
Nebraska's the champion of the crown.
Did you watch the final?
I did.
On Sunday, you did.
I missed the point where they were down by 14. I watched up until halftime, missed the terrible start of the second half, and started watching when they played well. You know, I was going to a new place. So
how'd you get you had to get the game on, though? You had to go in and request. Okay, go to Fox, please.
Yes.
And there was
live
confusion.
tweeting?
Ended up watching on a phone for the last 8 minutes or so.
Yeah.
It's
the crown. You can do that.
We watched it, though.
Yeah.
We did. When we come back, Matt Rule has some thoughts on the offensive line. We'll discuss that next in Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Buick Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Buick Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at Buick, B-O-E-C-K, farmoutfitters.com. Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently. Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family-owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
You don't have to cross your fingers when digging into the ground this spring. Start every project with a call to Nebraska 811 so utilities like LES can mark their buried lines and you can avoid injury and power outages.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Just took a glance at some early odds for next year's college basketball national championship. Of course, Florida wins 65-63 over Houston last night. You won't be surprised to see Duke is the favorite next year right now, 10-1 odds. Houston 12-1. Third best odds right now this is I think per FanDuel here. Louisville has the third best odds at 14-1. Now, this is the same team that got beat by Creighton pretty handily in the first round in the 8-9 matchup. Yeah. But as of right, I'm not sure who they've added, but apparently they've added some great players. They have the third best odds right now to win the championship next year. Louisville.
Really? How do you set those odds when you don't know what the rosters are going to look like?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
You don't know what Duke's roster is going to look like, right?
No, you have no idea. Plus, you don't know. I mean, it's pretty much assumed, obviously, that Flag will be gone, but you don't know for sure if Knippel's gone. They haven't said that for 100%. They don't know if their center is going to be
the big
gone.
man, the 7'2" center's beautiful player.
Yeah. Had 0 rebounds, 7'2". Did not get a rebound in the semifinals.
I still love him.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. It's not like, we need to move on. No, we don't. No, we're fine.
When he gets in his stance in front of you, can you imagine that?
No,
the 7'2" guy's in his stance right in front of me. That's great.
Duke will likely lose Cooper Flag. They're bringing 5-star forward Cameron Boozer, seen as a top 3 pick in next year's NBA draft. This is from CBS Sports.
Those odds are. I don't know what to say.
Louisville was a 9 seed and lost by like 20 points to Creighton in the first round this year. Third best odds to win it all next year.
The rosters. I would ask the question. Why put out those odds?
I think
you don't know what the rosters are.
You just have to. I think you just have to put them out. You just have to put them out.
Yeah. All right.
That's my point when we talked about this yesterday on the show, Jake Sorensen. We had this discussion about what do we know about. So it's like right away you say, hey, Nebraska's added a couple. What's Illinois done? What's Purdue done? What has Ohio State done? What's Michigan done? We don't know. We right now we can't. It's probably out there. I'm saying the people know.
Sure it is,
but we don't know. So right away you kind of go, well, look at the 2 Nebraska. Well, guess what? Yeah. Everybody else has added guys too.
Right. Tough guys. Good guys.
Louisville 14-1. Purdue also 14-1 odds next year. Kansas 16-1. BYU same as that. Arkansas, Auburn, UConn, Bama. Florida has the 13 best odds right now to win the title next year.
Once again, Jake, it means nothing.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Someone help me out with Louisville. I have no idea what they've added. They go from 9 seed to third best odds. Something's happened that I don't know.
So they must have something.
They must have added something.
Yeah. So I flipped over to ESPN last night to watch. It was Seth Greenberg is on there.
Yeah.
And Reese.
Awesome.
and they're
Reese Davis, Seth Greenberg, who
yeah.
else? Jay Williams, and Billis.
Yes, and
God,
Billis
nice.
came on late, but Billis is awesome to listen to. But I think Seth had the question. I think it was posed to the to the rest of the crew. Was like, is it a fail for the SEC if they don't win it all?
I couldn't believe the question.
Why?
I don't think it was it would
Oh,
have
it'd
been
be an epic fail.
Would it?
Oh, absolutely. You only get credit for winning it. It would be an epic fail. You had to win it.
Really?
You had to win it. Yes.
How many teams did they have in the Sweet 16?
I don't know, but like 7.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I think it was
5,
7.
6, 7.
Yeah.
Almost half.
It's still incredible, but it would be an epic fail if they didn't win
the
it.
Final Four?
Yeah, doesn't matter. You don't get any credit for it. You don't get. Name me. Okay, 2 years ago, name me the Final Four.
Well, no, I know that, but I get that. I just don't. I have a hard time with epic fail with 7 in the Sweet 16.
You're still proud. It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
But who flexes?
I would say I could understand disappointing, but I have a hard time with epic fail. Really? I mean, what do you?
No.
Yeah, there's only one winner.
Yeah, it's a fail. Maybe not. I'll take the epic back, but it's a fail.
Okay, we can meet in the middle there.
But it's a fail. The only thing gets to brag is who wins it. That's where the bragging rights come.
Have we mentioned Garth yet? Garth Glissman.
Garth Glissman.
Garth
Friend
Glissman.
of the show.
I think would feel
Sankey.
pretty good today.
Yeah. Do you think he's walking around like Conor McGregor like that? I think Garth is.
I hope not.
Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, right now it's like I said. And here's the best way to put it. Do you think Garth, if they lost, Barker goes, "Hey guys, it's still a good year, guys. Good year."
No, but I don't
had
know
to win it. They had to win it.
We just crap the bed here. No, I don't think it's that.
They had to win it, and they did. They had to win it, and they did. And Sankey is just
peacocking.
Oh, you know it. Imagine them having brunch. Garth, we get together for brunch today. Imagine just kind of just looking at each other.
Wow.
How about that? We got 14 teams in. Is that what it was?
14 record.
14 in, and we won it all. That's all that matters. 14 in, won it all.
God, that is epic. Yeah. That is epic. It is. What is it, Jake?
Take a quick detour here on something. I didn't mention this. This was not in the rundown. I saw this. Forgot to bring this up.
Do it.
I thought this headline from CBS Sports would make you guys either smile or I don't know what it'll make you do. But I'm going to read the headline in the first paragraph. It says USC football recruiting with assist from Snoop Dogg.
Sweet.
Top 5 running back Deshaun Redo commits to Trojans. This is from Brandon Marcello. CBS Sports says top 5 running back recruit Deshaun Redo is, quote, staying home, announcing Saturday on CBS Sports HQ he will commit to the Trojans for the class of 2026. In a video, Redo sought the help of LA rap icon Snoop Dogg to make the commitment to USC. He's looking at Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, UCLA, and Washington. And says the collaboration with Snoop reflects that Redo is focused on landing somewhere he can develop into a superstar both on and off the field.
Love it. I love it.
Absolutely incredible. Snoop should be the assistant GM. The assistant GM.
That'd be cool.
That would be
Snoop knows sports.
Could you
He
imagine?
does.
Oh, he does.
His son played.
Imagine all of a sudden
football.
like that. Hey, let's get on Zoom real quick. Who's going to be on there? Well, Lincoln Riley will be on there, and Snoop will be on.
Snoop.
That would be incredible. Imagine talking if you're 16 years old, 17, and I'm talking to Snoop, seeing what's going on.
Especially if you're in that area, the LA area. I mean, what an icon. What an icon in that area.
His dad, Russell Redo, says, quote, in the current environment, another thing we look for is what the surrounding cities and fan base can provide in terms of off-field exposure and building a brand for this guy, for this kid, his son.
USC needs to get back. They need to get back. Well, they need to get back because their head coach is probably under some pressure. But
recruiting's going extremely well for them right now, but their team next year, they're picked 10th in the Big Ten. They're picked to finish 10th.
By the pundits?
By the pundits. They're picked 10th. Imagine that. USC, 10th.
No, it's not good. It's not good.
No.
They offer too much out there to be 10th.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful school.
I believe you guys also, before the game show, I think one of you sent this in the chat, probably Bill, this weekend. This is also from CBS Sports. Cal mega donors want Justin Wilcox answering to GM Ron Rivera and will withhold NIL money until a change is made.
They want him, so they effectively want Ron Rivera to run the program.
Pretty much.
Ron Rivera,
you
the
heard the
former
GM.
NFL coach.
Yes.
No,
former NFL.
no NIL until we can confirm that Ron is running this deal.
Hey, it is a little like that hire creates confusion, right? Because if Wilcox is under any kind of fire, everybody's just going to point to Rivera because he's the guy. You know, he just happens to be there and he's somewhat accomplished. Not a good hire, in my opinion, because it just leads to that conversation. It's a pain for Wilcox.
Yeah, it's a pain. And like I said, at Stanford, you know, with Andrew Luck wants nothing to do with being the football coach. I mean, he wants to run the program.
Right.
He wants to he wants to be the GM. What he's doing, like that.
Exactly. Rivera maybe
the same thing,
but still, because of his status as a coach, it creates confusion. I would think. It would be attuned to hiring who here? I don't know. Name a former head coach. Like if Troy Dannon said tomorrow, we're going to hire
Gruden.
We're going to hire John Gruden
to be the GM.
Okay, so what happens with Nebraska loses to Cincy and Arrowhead? Maybe we should start looking at Gruden. First game, right? Well, he's here.
Yeah, he's here.
What's Gruden think?
Where's he at? Yeah, it'd be a lot.
Yeah, you can't.
You like this quote. Kevin Kennedy is the president of the California Legends Collective, also a massive donor. He says about hiring Rivera, he says, quote, "You don't hire Mario Andretti and ask him to sit in the passenger seat, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason that you bring someone like that on staff in order to give him control."
Great.
Kevin Kennedy.
That's great for Wilcox.
That's
wonderful.
And we went with Andretti.
Mario Andretti.
Mario Andretti. I don't think he's raced since 1976.
Better times.
Yeah, it was better times.
He went back to
better times. Find that out.
That was sweet.
Mario Andretti. When did he retire? Because I think it's he was big in the late 70s.
He's 85 years old, by the way.
Open wheel racing.
Mary, you don't put, there's not even a passenger in the car. There's not even a passenger side. There's only one for one.
There's a one-man cockpit.
There's no. Who's beside me? Andretti. No, he's not. He can't. There's no place to sit. He's not driving the Accord.
His last major win was in 1978.
Who's that? Oh,
Andretti.
Mario.
I thought you were talking about Rivera. What's Rivera done lately?
Oh God, that's gold.
Thank you,
Mario
Kevin
Andretti.
Kennedy, yes, yeah, bringing up Mario Andretti there.
GMs,
Yes,
GMs. Careful who you hire.
Yes.
You're going with Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Yeah,
I'm probably not going to ask him to call the plays.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you right now. I couldn't imagine, and everything. Here's the first thing. Do you think Snoop Dogg would be over meddling? I don't. I think he'd be like I think I could sit and talk if I'm Lincoln Riley. I could sit and talk to Snoop Dogg and have a very good conversation and about like what the direction of the program. He'd probably have a pretty good idea what was going on
and like an evaluation of a safety.
Yes,
in Eugene, Oregon.
Oh,
what do you think about this kid? Anywho,
yes, it's time to play the game show. Give us a call right now. 464-568. 5 a chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. They don't call them MVPs in the tournament. They call them MOP, Most Outstanding Players.
Okay.
So today's topic is NCAA Tournament Most Outstanding Players of the Past. I will give you the year and the player's name. You tell me what school.
Oh, good God,
This
Bill.
should be easy.
We should, but
this should be easy. This is the
and
easiest way to do
his
this.
initials also.
You can tell me what.
And then tell where he plays that in the NBA.
Tell me what school these MOPs played at. 464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the takedown, Sip and Bill and Trivia. Did you guys win yesterday or not? What was the topic with swim yesterday? Do you remember it at all or not?
I wasn't here.
Okay,
I was here. We lost. Right?
You were here. You were here. Ellie, did we win or lose yesterday?
They lost. It says L.
Yeah, I would have been here for that. I didn't leave till 8:15.
I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah. Well, today.
How do we mess this up?
Today we've got, again, tournament MOPs, most outstanding players of the past. James, how do you feel about the best players of the tournament in the past?
Good.
He feels good.
Oh,
All right, you guys are in
not good
trouble.
for us,
James
yeah.
feels good. All right, Bill, a lifeline for one question for Sip. James, first question to you. Juan Dixon was the most outstanding player for what team in the 2002 NCAA tournament?
That'd be the Turtles, the Terrapins.
This guy knows his stuff. Okay, we're in trouble
Good
here.
job, James.
You got to try to get to overtime here. We can tell it.
That was not an easy one.
It wasn't. 1-0 lead for James. Sip, first question to you. Wayne Ellington was the most outstanding player for what team in the 2009 NCAA tournament?
God, I
Wayne
remember the
Ellington.
guy. I think I know it.
I don't. Go ahead.
Nova.
Not Villanova. James, do you want that one or not?
No way.
That'd be North Carolina for Wayne.
Oh, I mix up
Ellington.
Villanova and North Carolina a lot.
I don't. I don't. I would never have got that. I had no idea who he was. Played for North Carolina
in 09.
Most outstanding player. I have no knowledge of him. Zero knowledge he ever played the game.
He was a stretch forward.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He was a guard.
Stretch forward. What is that?
This is for the win, James. You're up 1-0. Last question. Corliss Williamson was the most outstanding player for what team in the 1994 NCAA tournament?
That would be the Arkansas Razorbacks with Delaware Richardson.
Trying to explain. Yes, it was Arkansas. Arkansas is correct. So, James, congrats. You win bagels. Thanks for calling in and calling down the road. Nice win today.
Boy, this is bad. We're 0-2.
All right, James is gone. 0-2 start to the week.
James, congratulations.
Quick 0-2.
Yeah, quick one. Went quick.
This will be one more, then we'll let Bill do the tiebreaker. Sip. Richard Hamilton was the MOP for what team in the 1999 tournament? Is it UConn? Yes, it was UConn.
Rip was good.
And Bill, this is for you, tiebreaker. Yeah. How many players have been the NCAA tournament most outstanding player at least twice, dating back to 1938?
Twice?
Ooh. Twice or more. Hard to do that, obviously.
Ooh.
How many?
6.
Ooh.
Good number. Yeah.
Missed it by one. Missed it by
What'd you say?
7.
It's 5. Here's your players. Bob Hurlin, Oklahoma State in the the early 40s.
Okay.
Alex Groves of Kentucky, also late 40s. Jerry Lucas, Ohio State.
Okay.
Lou Alcindor 3 times
Bill
at
Walton.
UCLA, and Bill Walton was the last one in 1972 and 73.
God, that's the
It's been
last
a long
one.
time.
Yeah.
That's the last one.
5 times ever.
Good one, Jake.
Thank you.
Walton. Boy, he had dreamed of
So Wayne Ellington was a guard?
Yeah, shooting guard. Confirm that, would you?
Yeah.
That hurts.
Ellington
Yeah.
was really good in college.
We took it on the chin fast. James,
He was on
good
that
job.
Tyler Hansbrough team in 09.
He
I
was,
believe.
huh?
Yeah.
And I don't know who else on the team, but those two were very, very good players, obviously.
Wayne Ellington. But,
I'm going shooting guard with him. You're going to.
Yeah, I thought he was a bigger dude. You're probably right. Does he play for the Heat now?
No, he did. Yeah, he's been gone for many years from the Heat.
All right, forget
He
it.
did
then.
play for the Heat for a span. Not anymore.
Wayne Ellington. Here we go. The man with the golden arm. 6'4". Guard. You're right. If I'm looking at the right guy, he's
Yes.
age 37. Would
Yes,
that be him?
That's him.
Yeah.
He's still not playing for the Heat.
He's still not with the Heat anymore.
The man
Played a
with the
couple years
golden
for the
arm.
Heat. Yep. So they call
I
him
didn't know
man.
that. Why did they call him that?
He's a great shooter.
Yeah.
Great right arm for shooting. When we come back, hour 3. Sip's watching practice today. What you looking for?
I
What's
got
next?
one thing I'm looking for.
On early
One
break.
thing. All right.
On the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge. with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Take control of your health with the Dash Scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The Dash Scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the Dash Scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your Dash Scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
It's never too late to start protecting your company's data from cyber attacks. Your customers put their trust in you to keep their information safe from online threats. Don't let them down. Partner with Hamilton Business Technologies to get real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. We care about the success of your business and the communities you serve. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy with the high around 64. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly cloudy, a low around 45. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy with a high near 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break, presented by Nebco. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 3 is sponsored by our friends at Nebco, now hiring at Ready Mixed Concrete. Check out their job openings at nebcoinc.com. We are just about, 2 hours away from Sip seeing practice.
Live practice
Today, Sip. Are you ready mentally to watch? Are you geared up for this?
Location, Steve, is it in the stadium?
I don't know that.
Good start.
I don't know.
Good start.
Because last time I was in the stadium, you said you had a pretty good view. Right?
I did. I did. There's a couple things I didn't watch closely enough, and today I'm going to be locked in hard on the quarterback position. I want to see Marcos Davila and TJ Lateef and Gramstad. I always want to see Dylan. I know what I'm getting with Dylan, but I did not see the quarterbacks last time. It's time to lock in hard. Very simple. Very simple. And I'll branch off from there. I want to see what Lateef looks like. I want to see what Davila looks like. I don't know. I have no idea what the ball coming out of their hand looks like. And I can tell you when I see a quarterback, I can judge it.
Thank you.
I mean, mostly I'm a running back guy, and I can see a good running back a mile away.
You play for the Colts. Play for the
fullback.
Fullback. 44 dive.
I had a really long run one time. And I fell on the ball and had to be taken out of the game. Not to win that game. Fell on it. Tom Nelson hit me. Anywho, so yeah, that, and I don't have any other pressing places I'm going to look, except I want to see if Justin Evans is playing center.
Okay. Yeah, give us an O-line update.
I think that you'll see, I think it's trending towards Justin Evans. It's not a certainty that he'll take over at center. Sam Sledge. Bill, his dad's name is
Bob.
Bob is a great one. God, he was in school when we were in school.
Yeah, great dude.
He was in school when we were in school.
Yeah, Sledge is awesome.
Bob's a big fireman in Omaha. Yeah. He's a great dude. And his boy is maybe ready, but it could be Justin Evans. So Justin Evans, if he played center, and you don't know what's going to happen at left guard. That's the only one I don't know. Pritchett is having where I've heard is a good spring at left tackle. Elijah Pritchett. So if you go left to right, Pritchett opening at guard, don't know. Center, Justin Evans. Right guard is Rocco
Spindler.
Yeah, and he's come ready to go. He'll be your right guard, and then right tackle. I think it's open right now, but I think it'll be Latovsky. That's what I'm hearing. Henry Latovsky's going to get a look. He's not practicing right now though, so you don't, he's out. But I think that's what you do. It'll be Latovsky. It's a pretty good O-line because you still have Gunner. Gunner could play
Catula.
right. Yeah, Gunner Catula could play right tackle. You still have Teddy's not practicing. Turner Corcoran's not practicing. So you have a lot of options.
But Matt Rule seemed pretty optimistic about the offensive line.
Oh,
Saturday.
yeah. He says one of the highlights of the spring. I mean, I just think that I just think conservatively you'd say they could have the best offensive line they've had in 5 years. Donovan's in his 4th year. This is his line now. There's pretty much not all his guys. I don't, like Teddy. I don't know. Some of those guys are older. I don't know exactly what the crossover was, but this is generally speaking Donovan's line now. So I'm watching that. I'm watching to see who they got out there at center. It could be Sledge. I still think Evans ultimately will win that job based on inside information.
This is nice.
Because I think you could see, like Rule said the other day, Evans looks good at center when he plays there. So I think it's still, it's still in flux. It's still fluid. You can change guys around.
They never know when the foot hits the ball on what day what's going on that day.
That's the thing.
So the punter, I'd like to know. Punter's new, transfer from Washington, right?
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like.
So let's see what the punter, because he's new. They basically knew that Buschini for the last 3 years was going to be the punter.
Held it down.
Yeah, so you have that new guy from Washington.
New guy from Washington. It'll be interesting. But now it might not match up. They may not be punting today. I don't know that. Or if they're kicking today.
There is a kicking development. John Hull has a quadricep injury. Okay. So Alvano is getting a lot of action with Nico Ottomanelli. I don't know what Hull's status is. That's something else to watch. Is John Hull kicking today? I don't know. And Bill's hit on something very important. Sometimes you'll see a line out there and assume, okay, there's your one line. That might just be the one line for the 20 minutes we saw. Then they change it,
Yeah, you don't know all that.
Yeah.
And generally, like I said, that's kind of fun to watch, see what they're doing.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
It's super fun. And I am legitimately looking forward to seeing those quarterbacks, especially the ones I haven't seen.
Question from the text line from Trenton in Lincoln says, I'm not saying this is obviously this team. He says, how early can you tell if you have a 10-plus win team or not? Is it these practices? Is it games? He's just saying in general.
I don't know.
For any team. Bill has been a part of teams that have won 10-plus games. How early?
Honestly, you have a pretty good feel for where they're at, because there's not right now. I mean, there's not a lot of changes coming in, and so like you always say, I don't know who's going to win the national championship, but I can tell what they're going to look like. Same way in basketball, you can just tell what they're going to look like. You know what a 10-win team looks like. Sip has seen a ton of them, so you'll see that what the mass looks like.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
Is what tells what does the somewhat new defensive line. A lot of players' names that we know, but a little bit different with where that's at. So you'll have a pretty good feel for where they're at.
It used to be easier in Nebraska.
Yeah.
It used to be. I walked over there. God, I hope I can do this.
And
I walked over there one time in '99. I had kidney stones, but I made it over to practice in the morning. And I looked out there. They were lined up. They're doing an inside to 5. The offense was lined up inside to 5. And I'll tell you what it looked like. I think it was Crouch at quarterback. If I remember right, it was Willie Miller at fullback in Alexander, Dan Alexander at I back. Okay. And I'm like, oh God, that looks good. I mean, come on, man. That's and then when you say that's what it looks like,
you know what it looks like.
Woo!
You know what it looks like. When you say, you won't be like going, I had no idea. I thought they'd win 6 and they won 11.
Usually not.
No, not usually.
I think that was Tracy. I think it might have been Tracy Wistrom. I don't know if all those guys line up and the years run together, but I think Wistrom was at a tight end, and you're just like, geez, I need to see that.
So you'll know what it looks like when you see it. You will.
But when you see Willie Miller lined up ahead of Dan Alexander, or wind up ahead of Correll was a pretty big running back at Nebraska.
Absolutely. And then you take
Correll Buckhall.
It goes back to the same
better times, Jake.
If you went and looked at and watched Florida practice, you'd go, looks like a 10-win team.
And they
look at their schedule.
Right. Maybe not.
And then you go, maybe not so fast.
You and your schedule.
Yeah, that's how the schedule is so much. It means so much.
It is. It does.
So when you say 10, if Florida, you just go watch it. You'd be like, oh wow.
Yep.
Oh wow. Then it's like, okay, hang on here a second here. Who do we play? Oh wow. Our non-conference, who do we have? Well, we have Florida State. We have Miami. Non-conference.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'm afraid that you could say that last year about Florida State, which won 2 games.
Yes.
I bet if you watch their practice, you'd be like, ooh,
that's a pretty good-looking team. Yeah, pretty good-looking team.
So it can be deceiving.
So I would never because you could have an unbelievable-looking team that wins 8 or 9. And
Rule the other day just dropped in conversation. We're a big, fast, athletic team. He just said it quickly. He was talking about special teams, but he said we're a big, fast, athletic team. He also said, I asked him, it was sort of interesting on Saturday. I said, hey, you're halfway through spring drills. Any revelations? And he just said, I expect us to be pretty good.
Here's Matt Rule now. Get that for you.
Oh, yeah.
Want that?
Do that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, no, I expect us to be pretty good. I think we have a good team. I expect us to be good. So, that's me being like right down the middle. I'm not saying we're here. I'm not saying we're here. I think we should be good. We got a good team. Got good players. Guys have been around a while. We return a quarterback, who's played. We got, a bunch of guys who played. The first 2 years have been a lot of work, and a lot of work not by me, by a lot of people. And I think a lot of that work has come into fruition. Like the amount of things that we're having to do are less and less and less. We have areas that we have to improve upon. We have areas, and when I say improve upon, we have a lot of young players. I have to see how they play, but I think we're doing a really nice job. I think the players are doing a really nice job. So it's about where I thought it should be. It's where it should be, and it's about where I thought it would be.
I thought that was a mouthful. And by the way, Nebraska last won double digits. I'm not going to quiz you. I'm just going to tell you. 2012. That was the last time Nebraska's won 10.
13 years.
It's been 13 years since they've won 10. That was Bo Pelini.
It was.
That was Bo Pelini's, I think it was his 5th
That's
year.
the year that Nebraska got beat in the Big Ten title game, 70-31.
I think
70.
Team,
70.
I know. I understand what happened. It was horrifying.
I was there.
In Indy. Were you there?
You were there? I was calling the game for KRNU 90.3, the campus radio station. That was fun. That was really fun.
No, it was not fun. It was a terrible night. But they won 10.
Sarcastic fun.
I think this team is equipped to win 10, but you just don't know. I mean, there's a lot that has to fall into place. I think they got the guys to win 10 if they are okay up front on defense, which I just don't know. I mean, you just got to see that. Because if you can't stop the run in the Big Ten, if you can't, if teams are getting 4 or 5 yards of crack, and then it takes the ball out of Dylan's hand, that's what they'll try to do. And good luck.
So you get to watch for what, a half hour today? Is that right?
I'm going to say 25 minutes.
25 minutes. And you're
Now,
going to
do
all
you
25 on the
linger?
quarterback?
Do you make Keith Mann kind of go sip seriously? Or do you
my
linger?
strategy is always to be as far away from Keith as I possibly can.
Linger
He has
if
to run,
you can.
He has to run.
Linger
me
and
down.
see if you can get.
Oh, we got to go.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, my bad.
My bad. I didn't know. Yeah, do that. Linger.
I couldn't see you. I didn't hear you.
Make sure for us that Keith Mann has to direct you out of the stadium or out of wherever you're at.
The things he has said to me in those moments are hilarious.
Any examples at all?
No, it's just really dry and pointed.
Please make sure that it's not like that you're like out of there. Like, well, it's first one to leave because he told us when to leave. No, make sure that he has to physically come and get you out of the stadium.
Do you know how many times Keith Mann has said the words "Sipple, you're an idiot"?
No, I'd like to know.
I'd say
what's the count
be
at?
now nearly 500.
500 times.
Sipple, you're an
Sipple.
idiot.
What was the latest encounter?
Well, it was the big right hander, Steve Carlton.
Oh yeah, that one. Yep.
Goes by Lefty.
His nickname is Lefty.
The big right hander.
Jim Palmer. Oh, that was Carlton. Was it Carlton?
No, it's Carlton.
Carlton.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I say he's one of my favorite all-time
Steve Carlton,
players. Big right hander.
Big right hander.
His nickname was
Lefty.
Sipple, you're an
idiot. That's so good.
So practice today.
Will you have eyes on any
Hey,
defensive
by the
things
way,
at all?
Yeah.
No. By the way, availability will be sort of interesting. Satterfield is due today.
Yep.
Marcus Satterfield will be available with Rob Dvorak, and then oh boy, get ready.
Get ready.
You know who one of the players is? Heinrich Harburg. Who am I more obsessed with, Harburg or Hoiberg?
I think Harburg is probably
Harburg,
passing.
Yeah.
you now.
100%. Yes.
All right,
Do you have a line of like 65 questions?
I'll be careful with that.
Yeah.
I think Vincent Shavers might be available too.
Nice.
That'd be good. And one other.
What do you want to ask Heinrich? I need to know what your angle is. Do you say, "Hey, I'm really high on you right now. You need to play well for me."
Where in the first round do you think you'll be drafted?
Where's he at year?
I'm the conductor of your train.
He's last year.
Is it? Okay.
He's listed. See, it's tricky, right? In this day and age, he's listed as a senior. I don't know if he has any more eligibility.
You never know.
I know.
You never know if there's. Well, I'm going to push back on that because in high school I didn't get to do NIL, so I'm not going to. We're going to say I graduated 2 years later.
Waiver time.
Yeah.
And the NCAA grants them all.
The grants all. Yeah. What do you get? Well, yeah, you get it back. Absolutely.
Did you see see how it's tricky, Jake? Because you'll see
it
on the
is
roster.
bizarre.
You'll see on the roster senior, but it doesn't mean what it used to mean.
No, you have no idea.
Right.
You have no idea.
Sean Singleton, I think, was listed as a senior last year.
He was. Absolutely was.
Javen Wright is in his 7th year in the
Yes,
program. He's been a senior for 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either.
So,
Which brings me back to which has been brought up. Just do the 5 years of eligibility.
I don't disagree with
just
that.
5, but then there's no.
You can
appeals.
play.
But again, you can't do that until there's some sort of agreement. Because, like I said, because the NCAA just like, yep, sounds good. You got it. We're not going to fight this.
No, they don't fight it
No, they can. No, not going to fight anything. So no, we're not going to get in the middle of that.
Within reason, you got a pretty good chance.
Pretty good chance. It'd have to be complete, buffoonery for it not to happen.
No defense. Not really. I don't have anything.
QBs today.
I'm locked in on QBs because I didn't watch them the last time. I was remiss not to, so I'm going to. Today.
I think fans would appreciate a Latif preview from
and a Marcos.
Davila, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, 100.
And
Lock in. Give us that.
I will. And then when you're doing that, you can watch the running back sometimes too. So I'll do that.
Okay.
Hello.
9:50 or so. You got to watch practice.
Yeah, I'm going to leave here pretty soon.
Not yet.
Not yet. Easy.
Okay. Easy.
8:50.
Yes.
Jake.
It's all right. You'll be here when we come back. Something very odd in volleyball happened this weekend in Nebraska. I'll tell you what. An early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thanks for letting me stay over while my apartment's getting painted.
No problem. Oh, bagels are done.
Is it supposed to rain today?
Let's find out.
Hey, an entire video screen just came out of your toaster.
There's a 70% chance of rain today.
More things should be built in, like the multiplier in Mega Millions from your Nebraska Lottery. It's one of the new enhancements to the game, along with bigger jackpots and better odds.
Should I wear the blue or the green blouse?
Blue. It matches your eyes.
$5 Mega Millions top prize odds, 1 in 290 million.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovoma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
It's never too late to start protecting your company's data from cyber attacks. Your customers put their trust in you to keep their information safe from online threats. Don't let them down. Partner with Hamilton Business Technologies to get real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. We care about the success of your business and the communities you serve. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Keep summer green with Judson Baleen and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install 'em and forget 'em outfit, long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time.
One that celebrates fantastic finishes.
Crash together. So close.
And family-friendly facilities. Trading paint. We got feuding. And tailgating tradition. Burnouts. Beer. And barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time. And you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 9th through the 11th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A way to make your house stand out in your neighborhood is through.
I know how.
Is through what, Bill?
Halo lights.
Halo custom lights.
Custom.
Is right. Friends of our friends at Neiman's and Sons. Yes, they can make your house be the beacon of the hill.
It is the beacon of the hill.
Beacon of the street.
If you live on a hill.
If you live on a hill.
You happen to live on a hill.
Beacon of the street.
Or beacon of the
the
valley.
hill.
How about beacon of the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Beacon of anywhere. How about that? Beacon is the word.
The changeability, the oh man. Then you have a default one that's set up. The beacon. I'm telling you right now, when you see it from it, so I purposely walk Sugar at dusk.
I know you do.
Just now, it's going to get harder because now it's going to be like 10 o'clock at night. Yeah,
so do it though.
Yeah,
it's so light out.
But so that way, when I come around the corner, there it is.
There it is.
I see the lights.
You
change
stand.
it to. Just go see. They'll come out. They'll come out and do. They'll send Josh out. They'll do an evaluation of your property, and you don't have to do the entire house.
Oh, you don't.
No, you can just do the.
You choose.
You can choose. Hey, I have to do the front. I also want to do the garage in this. I want to do this side. There's like there's a side of ours that we don't have that's on there. So.
Okay, sounds good.
What was the website is halocustomlighting.com. Check it out today.
Yes.
What did you guys have on last night?
I had Easter lights on still.
We were actually red and white last night. That's the default one, and we didn't change. Usually we change, and we didn't do it because we were involved in watching the game. So we were very into the game with what was going on. So we didn't really get involved with that.
What are Easter lights?
Yellow,
blue, yellow, white, and like
there's a little purpley in there. Yeah,
purple. Yeah.
It looks very much like
It's
Mardi
nice.
Gras. Looks very Mardi Gras, but it's a little different.
You would like it. It's very
You
pleasant.
like it. Just press Easter on there. That's all you do. Not a lot of what do I do? Just press Easter.
I'm going to drive by down there.
Yeah, do that on your way to Ruhlman's to get the bourbon. Yes,
I'm serious about it.
I know you are.
It's good
Probably
stuff.
this week, actually.
Phil's the man on the flight with me yesterday. He didn't complain about Scotland crying at all. So
Phil
he
wouldn't
was
do
10
that.
rows ahead of us.
He invented Gallup. He's had some bigger fish to fry.
He does.
And he's got walleye.
He does have that.
He does.
Walleye to fry.
Crusted.
Oh.
So we weren't overly surprised. I mean, it's surprising that John Cook retired maybe when he did. It wasn't a surprise that he stepped down because we've talked about it for a couple of years. When is John Cook going to retire? It was a surprise this weekend when Kirsten Berthel Booth of Creighton announced that she's stepping down as the head coach of Creighton.
Yesterday.
22 seasons. as the head coach of Creighton. 502 wins, 12 conference championships, and
12.
again, the Elite Eight this year. They lost to Penn State, like Nebraska. They lost the Elite Eight to Penn State. The
reverse sweep,
eventual champs.
They had Penn State down.
They started when she started. They were playing in a high school gym. That's where Creighton volleyball was playing, in a high school gym, and she took them to 12 conference championships. Like that, remarkable, absolutely remarkable.
It is.
Yeah.
So just out of the blue, now what I've heard, we didn't know. I mean, there was all kinds of speculation. I don't think it was anything nefarious. It just wanted to move on with something else. I think she has daughters who play, and she's going to be involved in one of those new volleyball leagues.
Okay.
So it's still stunning. I mean,
she wasn't showing signs of slowing down.
No, they were just in the Elite Eight.
Just in the Elite Eight. Yeah. Matter of fact, they're close to making through, getting to the Final Four.
They're up 2-0 on Penn State.
Yeah,
they were up 2-0.
Yeah, like Nebraska,
reverse sweep.
Both Nebraska and Creighton were up 2-0 on Penn State and got beat.
Why are we making a big deal of it? She's a 3-time national coach of the year.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. She stepped down. They're going to have a guy named Brian Rosen, who is an assistant, take over the program. And you'd say, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. No, you don't know. I mean,
you never know.
No, maybe it'll be better, but it's hard to imagine, though, it being better than with Kristen Bernthal Booth.
I mean, they've been in the shadows of Nebraska volleyball forever. And all they've done is, hey, top 10 team. Yeah. Don't forget about us over here. We're not them, but we're damn good over here.
Oh, real good.
And really, really good program.
Yeah. So, and it's probably the new Nebraska coach probably caught a little bit of a break here. You don't have to deal with her 60 miles away. It could be that Brian Rosen will be better. I don't want to just assume that there's going to be a drop off, but hard to imagine it being much better than it is now.
Yeah. 502 wins.
Yeah. Huge development. But I don't think there's anything weird going from what I've heard.
It still from the outside looks odd though.
Yeah. It's curious.
She's not old. I mean, it's not like she's in her 60s.
The timing is what's odd.
It's odd timing.
Season ended when, in early December.
Right. It's early April.
Right. It's curious.
Usually it happens right after that. The Coach Cook retired, a week after, 2 weeks after, something like that.
It's curious.
Right. So things happen very quick. So, yeah, it's curious like that. What a career.
Yeah, Kristen Bernthal.
So they I believe they said that they were like 3-23 the year before they hired.
Wow. Really?
3-23 playing in a high school gym. So when you start to put it all together, that's remarkable.
She whipped it around.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Creighton in shambles.
No, I'm not saying in shambles.
No.
I said that. That was my.
No,
I'm
you don't know.
Trying to be fun.
No, yeah. McDermott, he's still there.
He is still there. Rumored every year to go somewhere. He just keeps sticking around Creighton. He's not leaving at this point. But on him, he's just not going to leave. He's happy where he's at. He's going to keep showing up in different places. Oh, why not get McDermott? Why does he want to leave?
Well,
he's got everything he needs in Creighton.
If you can get to that point, if he feels he get to that point, there's one reason you might want to leave. If you want to, can you get to Creighton? Can you get into that game that was last night?
Yes,
it'd be hard, but you could get there. You could get there because that conference has got there. He's been that close.
He was a basket away from the Final Four.
Yeah, so he's right there. But the reason people say, well, why would you make a change is because you watch that game. It's like, man, I'd like to be part of that. I'd like to get some of that.
Creighton, not that far away.
No, agreed. And that conference, like I said, UConn has won the last two previous to this one, and they won it going away.
Mm-hmm.
They were clearly the best team in the tournament the last 2 years prior to this one.
And Creighton does have that money. I mean, they paid a lot of money for Owen Freeman. They paid a lot of money for Josh Dix. They probably paid some money for that guard from Charlotte.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they come on. Dix and Freeman, you would say, I'll say it, combined $4 million. I mean, that's probably what you're looking at. I mean, they got the money. They're in a better position than Nebraska NIL wise. Here's what it is.
Well, and if you're a Nebraska fan, that's frustrating. You have beaten them 2 out of 3 years.
Yes, you have
on their court back to back, and they continue to show a little more effort in terms of NIL and funding things. You weren't going to get Josh Dix here. You weren't going to pay in that. Owen Freeman was not looking at Nebraska.
Nope.
I'm not sure what price Sanford's getting, but I'm sure both those guys are making more than he was getting. Than what he's getting here in Lincoln.
They're better. I mean,
there's some starters in that.
Sent this out in the group yesterday that Oklahoma, the entire team
What
is in the portal.
What is the deal?
The entire team. Steve, give it to me,
team.
please.
I've met with the team. The problem is there is no team.
When you text that last night, I started laughing so hard. Problem is, there is no team.
Calipari is funny.
The whole team is in the portal for Oklahoma. Porter Mosier, the whole team.
What happened?
They made the tournament. They made the whole team is in the portal.
Let's whip it around.
All right, here we go.
Whip it
Can you
around.
imagine summer workouts? Okay, who are you? Who is that? That's a nice play. Get his name.
Maybe, is there a possibility, Bill, that in that Oklahoma office today, there's zero panic because they know they got guys?
There could be. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know that.
Every team's at work.
Right.
Every team's at work right now. You don't know, but to get that to come together, that takes a lot because the game is so free flowing. You have to play together a lot.
You'd think so.
You got to play together a lot to be able to. I mean, Houston was old. Houston was older. They'd played together a lot. They had a great feel for each other.
They did.
And they built up. Florida got built up through their bigs are young. Like that, they've been together for a few years. So have they been together forever? No, but they've all been together for a few years. Clayton's been there for this is his second year. So it came about because last year they were a non-factor. Florida was a non-factor.
Yep.
Lost in the first round of the tournament.
Yeah.
They're beautiful now. But I mean, I feel happy for Florida. I feel happy for Garth, Glissman, and the SEC. I'm a big SEC fan. I don't mind saying that. Jake, I just am. I just like the SEC. I like the way they operate. I like the warm weather. I like everything about it. I like that it's contiguous. I mean, it's a Southeast. That's their conference.
Southeastern Conference, the SEC.
But Houston, I thought they were better. And they're beautiful to watch.
They were better most of the night, just for the they just kind of kept chipping away. I did. There's the same thing. I go, Duke's gonna win. Duke will beat Houston. Houston's gonna win. They're gonna win this game. Nope.
Yeah, you don't know.
But oh man,
was it beautiful to watch?
Well, it was beautiful to watch.
Woo! I was tired.
The last three. It was. I was coming with you. I was.
You need a cigarette.
It was.
And a sandwich.
And a sandwich. And a Coke.
It was fun to watch.
It was. I wanted overtime. I really wanted overtime really bad.
We got lucky, and you're right. The Final Four was amazing.
The last three games were just must see.
The tournament ended up delivering.
I think the Elite Eight was pretty good too, though. Was it not? Elite Eight was good. I mean, Texas Tech had a big lead against Florida and blew that late. Florida came back and won the game in the Elite Eight.
Yes, there was that game. How was Auburn, Michigan State?
That was not a great game. Not a great game.
How was Duke, Bama? It wasn't a great game.
A great
disappointing game.
Yeah.
Houston, Tennessee.
Not a great game. So, all right.
Okay,
I take it back. One great game. But the Texas Tech Florida game was legitimately good.
Let's time that one out.
And then Final Four was good.
The Final Four was excellent, and it that's what you'll remember. I just think the tournament as a whole, you'll largely defined by what you saw in the last two rounds, the Final Four and the championship game, and that was beautiful. There were good games in the Sweet 16.
Just one in Elite Eight.
Yeah, just one in Elite Eight.
Man, I tell you one thing. No matter how you cut it, it's hard when you're Bruce Pearl, and obviously the coach was with him at Auburn, but seeing him win it, it's like, man, I want that thing so bad.
Well, it's hard. It's just really hard to
see
close.
Sampson. And it's like, oh, I'm just right there just to get that one win, to get that championship. Because forever now, I mean, you're set. Even if you get fired at Florida, you still have that.
Yep.
You still have that in your back pocket that you won in one of the most incredible Final Fours ever.
And you saw how hard it was to close it out. It's usually very difficult. So I respect the hell out of it. I really do. And I don't respect close. I don't. It's not
because what is close?
It means nothing.
It
just means virtually nothing. Closing it out is what means something. We gotta get out of this.
Would it be harder? How hard was it for Duke to watch that game?
Oh,
it had to be just horrific to watch that game.
But I'm sure they respect what they see.
Yeah, a 6-point lead with 33 seconds to go, and they lost in regulation
by three. Lost in regulation by 3. That's borderline impossible.
You're a great team.
Well, the first thing I was thinking after the ball went off the knee of Sharp, I'm like, okay. Can they get the ball in bounds? Florida get the ball in bounds. Got it in bounds easily.
They did.
Got it in bounds easily.
Yep.
And anyway,
Interesting. All right, Sip's got to go.
I got to go.
The spillover's next on early break in the
The
ticket.
spill.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Pre-order your Hog Wild slow smoked Easter ham today. Hog Wild selects the highest quality whole ham and slow smokes them until they're tender and delicious. Our 100% boneless ham is approximately 4 pounds and $50. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com. Quantities are limited. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
What's going on, fans? This is Lex Rodriguez, 4-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green.
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes.
Crash together. So close.
And family-friendly facilities. Trading paint.
We got feuding.
And tailgating tradition. Burnouts. Beer. And barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time. And you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 9th through the 11th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy with the high around 64. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly cloudy, a low around 45. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy with the high near 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you ready for a new opportunity?
check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Keep summer green with Judson Bylene and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install 'em and forget 'em outfit, long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and March Madness is here, and Koppel is ready to rock and roll. We just closed the books on a tremendous February, and we're locked and loaded for a big March. True 0% APR is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. Plus, Koppel has over $10,500 off list on other select new models. Our pre-owned truck lot is full of late model low Jims as well. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with a roof credit, 0% is standalone.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One Love Sip had to step out. He'll be back tomorrow, but Bill is still here.
Sip's on his way to practice. Big day.
Which is in an hour from now, by the way. You can watch it in an hour. Long time to get over there.
Long way to get over
there.
He wants to work his way there. He's got some things going on. So I'm fired up to see what Steve comes back with. There'll be some availability, too, like that. So now this is the time also that there are a lot of springs are wrapping up this Saturday. There'll be a lot of spring balls that are done. I think Nebraska will be almost dead last when their spring finishes up. Yeah, it's a what is April? When's the spring game?
The spring game is April 26th. It is
26th.
Pretty late.
So that's the latest. That's the last weekend you'll have any events. So a lot of teams are finishing up now. This weekend will be some teams finishing up. Might be some next weekend, but some are probably trying to get it tied up. And so you'll there won't be too much. You don't read a lot of information on springs. It's kind of downplayed a little bit now. There's still spring games out there, but it'll be interesting to see, like you said, what SIP comes back with from that information. It'll be limited because I imagine whatever's going on during that time, those 25 minutes, will be a little bit limited on what they can see.
You as a coach, would you prefer having spring ball earlier, getting it over with? What's the preference of the coaches in terms of what you'd rather have for a schedule when it starts and ends?
Yeah, well, in the old school, and it's still somewhat old school, you used to be able to go on you can go on the road now. I believe it starts April 15th, Jake, through the end of May. You get so many days out, whatever it is. But when it's late, so it really confines you to how many days you can have out. So and all of a sudden they're done, and you want to have a little bit of exit meetings. Then spring recruiting starts, and it's insane what it's like to be out and going during that time. And so you'd like to maybe a week earlier or so. I know I've never done it before, but I really enjoy some of the teams that just move their winter conditioning back, and they do the winter conditioning basically after the season, do it some during spring ball, but afterwards, which means that they get back and coaches are back and it's February and they're going with spring ball. And because it's kind of new, it's still fresh, it's this. With that in mind, you don't get to research. You don't get to go out and say, listen, I want to study these two teams. I like what they're doing. I like this third down package. I like this. All these different things is kind of the part. And then also, I don't know what the amount of time was. I think was it 2 weeks? I think that the Nebraska staff got off sometime in February. Because if you don't do that, it's almost impossible to do that later. And if you don't get some time off after a while, you'll just implode.
Worn out.
Yeah, because you've just been going like crazy. So either one, there's not one that's great one way or the other, but I just think they're always interesting. But I've never been part of that where they just start right away. And then so right now they'd be in the heavy part of their conditioning part of their calendar.
So Nebraska will wrap things up in a couple weeks. April 26th, of course, the Husker games. It's the softball, or not softball games, the volleyball game. There's soccer, and there's 7-on-7 going to happen at the football stadium. Plus food trucks out there.
Food trucks are awesome. All I know is
trucks.
that's a lot of food trucks you'd have to have.
There are.
You were at my daughter Sydney's wedding. We had food
I was
truck.
there,
And the food truck was busy.
Enjoyed that.
And that was probably 300 people. So now if you get 50,000 people, that need a lot of food trucks.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen a wedding, a food truck at a wedding like that before. That was special. It was unique in a good way.
Because
unique.
You get to eat when you want to eat.
There
is no, table 4, you're up.
Nope. I liked it.
Nope. Once you get done with the wedding's over like that, it's nothing but fun. It's just a funplex from that time on. And so you get to eat whenever you want. If you want to go back and eat. It's not a problem. I think was it open 4 hours, Jay?
It was open for a long time. I may or may not have gone back for seconds.
I think you did. And you told us you did. And then we're fine with that.
Just like
we financed it fine, Jake. We're okay financially.
Just like technology days, I went back for second ice cream.
And we'll be out there for that.
It happens to be a second, something I do is go back for seconds. All right, that's it for us. Sip will be back tomorrow. Give us a report from practice.
Big day tomorrow for Sip.
The drive is next. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nevco.